GM, everyone.
GM. So I don't know if WDM's going to grace us immediately, but I think he said he's launching his art pretty soon, and I did notice many people's art up in his gallery, so that he's making. So it'll be exciting to see everyone's stuff. I mean, I saw 5459, Melted Minds, CG. 3113. There's a bunch of people in there, so it's really cool. How's it going, 448 and everyone?
Hey, all good. Just I was on the call with 773. We talked on audio for like 20 minutes just before this space, so really cool.
Awesome. Well, I just invited 773 up if he or she wants to talk. We've just been doing testing like on the new contract like all weekend, and we're getting close, but it's still honestly just fairly difficult.
Hey, thanks for letting me hop in here and grab the mic really fast, say my piece. Yeah, 448, man, super cool guy. Just like, thing that we were talking, just like the thing that I love about ENS and the whole space, and digits and 999 and all of it, even
somewhere between David Fincher and David Lynch.
It's like having a conversation, it just flows like water, so it's we've all have our individual unique ways of but the thing that brings us all together is ENS and Web3 and everything like that, that we love here. So that it makes every conversation great, and I really enjoyed mine with 448 as well. Looking forward to more with you guys.
Would you mind just giving a little bit of background about yourself? Just like a bit of an intro to everyone.
Absolutely, yeah. So I'm 773.eve. I go by bcard on Twitter and almost all the other social handles here we've got, Discord, everything. I picked up 773 before the big digits wave, but because I'm from Southside Chicago, so that's an area code down there in Chicago, and it means a lot to me. So I scooped that up when I scooped up bcard and a couple other domains. It was my plan to kind of hold on to it as my vault domain for later on. But then after the digits kind of took off, I said, hey, this is pretty cool. I like this community. I like how it's organically growing, and it's positive, and lots of really, really, really smart people. And I said, let's roll with this because this is super cool. But yeah, I used to work at a record label, a big major label back in the day. Spent almost a decade doing music industry stuff, field marketing, artist development, indie record store sales, digital national sales, college lifestyle marketing, tastemaker stuff. And then moved on to I worked for a couple startups out in the West Coast. I moved from Chicago to Seattle. So now I'm living on the West Coast. I've been here for about 10 years and pursuing a career in product management. So it's one of those software product management. It's one of those things that, I've got everything I need from the business side of it, but I'm not a developer. But I can speak, those languages. I could speak to developers and translate between the business and the dev side, and I understand consumer mindsets from the record label side of things. So I understand why people buy what they buy, psychologically, why do people do what they do, what makes them want to choose one thing over another, and that's what got me into wanting to actually build software products, using the skills that I got from my legacy career. And now I want to take that into Web3. And so I'm going to start, I've started my own consulting company. I haven't really gotten it off the ground yet, but I've filed the paperwork, and I want to ultimately consult all my friends from the record label industry, from the music business, all the artists and all the different the VPs of different departments, and Universal, Sony, Warner Brothers, MCA, or well, geez, all of them. And I want to help them onboard to Web3, basically. Got all these
Nice.
Web2 businesses that don't know how to get onto Web3, but you got all these Web2 businesses and all these celebrities that they shoot their shot to get into Web3, but as we see with the majority of them, it's mostly just like like a quick cash grab, and they just don't get it, right. They think that they could just release a PFP and call it a day, but Web3 sees right through that, and the community sees right through that. And when you've got an artist or a celebrity or someone who actually understands it, it's a whole different ball game. I mean, Jesus, man, the green field is so expansive, and you could take a developing artist who's barely selling any records, but they're such a fantastic, they make really, really, really great music. And if you put them into Web3 and you give them a community, they're out. And these labels don't know that yet. They're still thinking TikTok. We're beyond TikTok. So, and I want to help all my friends who I used to work with back in the day get onboarded now. So I've got a couple domains that I plan on giving away for free to a couple people. I got a couple domains that I plan on selling. I got a couple that I think I'm just going to hold on to. I just want to help other people succeed. And I come from a poor neighborhood on the south side of Chicago. I worked my way up to have a good career throughout my life, and I'm not rich or wealthy by any means. I hope to be there, but I got to put in the work. You know what I mean? And for me, putting in the work is using my enthusiasm and my drive and my motivation. I can't stop reading Web3. I can't stop reading crypto Twitter. I can't stop reading the 999 conversations and the Bcard conversations. And I may not participate in as many, but that participation will come in time. It's just, man, there's so much nonstop, 24 hours a day. It's like, you guys all know it too. We're all we do our web 2 jobs during the day, or some of us do, and I do. And then at night, I'm sitting up in bed till 2 a.m. reading and learning, and I love it.
Yeah.
I can't get enough of it. So
yeah, I mean, I think the the one thing I've noticed, in building all this and just being in Web3 for a while and crypto for a long time is, everyone is reading, everyone is here, but there isn't a great spot other than just, creating content on Twitter and stuff for like actually building and like, scaling up, people's efforts. And so, that's kind of like what we're kind of, trying to do with Bcard, that, it gives you this kind of on-chain record of, your adventures in Web3 and what you did and whatnot. So I hope to like, continue harnessing everyone's energy, in a way that can be, built upon and whatnot.
yeah, I love that. And I've been telling other people as well outside the Bcard community. I said, I mean, anyone can build the tools for a social network. Anyone, and I love what Lens Protocol is doing, and I need to use Lenster a little bit more to see kind of how that operates. I used Friendster back in the day before MySpace was a thing, and Friendster was cool, back in the day. MySpace was cool too until it got all riddled with ads, and Fox bought it out and everything like that. But anyone can build a social network. Anyone can buy a social network, or buy, like Facebook. We were, 448 and I were just talking about Facebook acquiring things that they, can't build, so they just go out and buy their competition and do that. But it's really about the social aspect, the people, right? So, and Bcard is doing something revolutionary where you're building the people first. You're building the network of people first, and then all the other bells and whistles come after that, right? So it's like, I love what you're doing with the galleries. I went into and joined one gallery a couple weeks back, and I had a blast. I was just hanging out with you guys. Social aspect, and I've got to make sure that I Bcard is doing something, do that more often. It's just a matter of time, you're building the people first. You're building the network. But yeah, you're building the people with Bcard, and then all the other bells and whistles come. The platforms come after that, right? So it's they need the people. So starting with the people. I love what you're doing. I think with the galleries. I went into and joined one gallery.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's
back, and I had a
people are
blast.
basically building platforms out
And I've got to
with
make sure
no
that
knowledge really of what a
Bcard
Web3
is
platform
do
would
that
look
more
like.
often.
So,
You're building the people first. You're building the network. But yeah,
we're building
you're
kind of
building
the
the people
skeleton,
with
right?
Bcard,
Because
and
it's a
all the
bit
other
more than
bells
just
and
saying
whistles. The
pure community,
platforms
because
after that,
we are also
they
building
need the
actually,
people.
the
So
on-chain
starting with the
connections
people.
as
I
well.
love what you're doing.
But
I went into and joined one.
just I mean, I think it's
I had a
people are
blast.
basically. I don't think it's just going to be purely
I've got to
Web
make sure
two
that
reimagined slightly, or a slight amendment to Web two. I think it's going to have to be something natively Web three, and it's fairly unclear what that is. So hopefully us iterating every single day together for these 2 hours, plus all the time everyone's spending just together and alone thinking. I don't think it's just going to yield Web two, potentially a more thoughtful build out of what a Web three have to be something social interaction is. It's fairly unclear what that is. So hopefully appreciate you coming up 773. So I'm going to turn the tables to a WDM for a bit, because he's really been working to get this community artwork. And by the way, we're all in thoughtful build out of what a Web question mark from equal station social there with 3869 If any of you guys would like to join, that'd be great. So appreciate you. But then for WDM, why don't you take it away?
Yeah, GM everyone.
WDM
Yeah, big day in 0x Merc at Bcard headquarters. I'm going to be minting my project today, and basically I'm going to announce the art shop. Although, is it called? It's called art shop on
WDM, why don't you take it away?
on Cyber, right?
everyone.
Check right now. Yeah, big day in 0x
Because
Merc at
I'd
Bcard
like to keep that
headquarters.
consistent if we can.
I'm going to be minting my project
Because I don't
today,
mind store or
and
shop, just I'd like
basically
to
I'm
keep
going
it
to announce the
consistent.
art shop.
Okay, yeah, so we have a
Although,
shop
is it called?
on
It's called art
It's
shop
already, but then WDM, why don't you take it away?
on
excellent.
Cyber, right?
Okay, so excellent. So
Yeah, I'm going to be
because
announcing.
I'd like to keep
I'm going to
that
be tweeting a
consistent.
little announcement about the art shop.
I don't mind store
Opening.
or shop.
It basically already opened when we named it, and it went live. But
Okay, yeah, so we have a shop.
I'm going to properly announce it, and then I'm going to announce my project as well. That will be featured in the shop as well. But I mean, CG, he just came up. He made a post this morning. He crushed it. Got so much engagement when we named it. I was just getting notifications all day. 5459 had the piece sell for like 20 minutes yesterday. As soon as she put it up. So like, I haven't even said anything yet, and I haven't even highlighted all the artists in the space yet. He made a post this morning. Getting so much engagement. So I'm just putting up the final touches. 5459 was going to give me a new piece. I just put up the Bcard logo in the shop, which looks great. If you could take a look, that'd be great. I haven't even said anything yet, and I haven't even. I just think this is going to get a ton of engagement. And again, what we said the other day is this will be constantly changing things, so a reason to come, right? We've always been looking for reasons to come back, and I think we'll just keep this an ever-flowing thing. And it's amazing the people that have just like reached out to me and DM'd me. Oh, like I'm interested. Oh, I'm interested. So we could grow this really big. This could be a big thing. So this 2 hours, I'm just gonna work on launching, tweeting, and I'll be here in the background with you all.
Hey, I also sent you a DM because I had to send you a new piece as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, question for you. Do you think it would be better
We
on
could
that
grow this really big.
to have that like a larger black background, so like
this
black
2 hours, I'm just
out
gonna work
that
on
circle?
launching, tweeting. Yes, I just wanted to see what you wanted to, because it's never about like
Hey,
being too like big
I
and
also
like
sent you a
flashy with
DM
it, so I
because
didn't
I
know.
had to
So
send
let
you a
me
new piece as well.
just yes, absolutely get this little 8 bigger, and I'll show you.
Yeah, I'm in there. So if you just want to refresh it, I mean, I can basically make it like a much larger border, and that way, like,
this 2 hours. Let's see.
cool.
Launching, tweeting. Yes, I just wanted to see what you wanted to, because it's never about
I can
being
like
too like
the
big
wild
and like
part.
flashy with it.
Right.
So let me.
Content.
Okay, so this is if you refresh it now. I did it basically to the tips.
Yeah, I'm in there. So if you just want to refresh it, I mean, I can basically make it like a much larger
What do you
border,
think?
and that way,
Yeah,
like,
I think it'd be better if
Let's see.
I
Let's
make
see.
it a lot more black.
Yes, I just wanted to see what you wanted to,
basically,
because
the way that wall works is like if it runs against the edge, it kind of disappears. So therefore,
Okay, so this is
it can be
if
like a
you
big square, but
refresh it now. I
like a
did it
circle.
basically to the tip. Okay, absolutely. Do you
So
want
kind
to?
of very similar to like the whole Twitter banner.
Right. Do you want to tinker with that while
Yeah,
I'm
I think
while I'm
yeah,
just
I'll do it
right
now.
now, like
great.
5 minutes.
Yes, I just wanted to see what you
Perfect.
No worries.
The way that wall
Um,
works is like if it runs
So
against the edge, it kind of
right, yeah, I
disappears.
mean,
So therefore,
okay, so
it
I think
can be like a
it's
big
going to be
square,
great.
but
Everything in here is Bcard. Okay, absolutely. It's just going to be a really good showcase of Bcard. Do you want to tinker with that while
Yeah,
hopefully we
I'll do it.
outgrow it. I mean, the hope is maybe altitude one day, but this is good for now. This is going to be a nice showcase.
yeah, I mean,
So
okay, so I think it's going to be.
I'm excited.
Everything
So let me get to work, get some tweets loaded. 5459 delegated, so I'm gonna get hers up. Yeah.
Yeah, the second you tweet that out, WDM, I'll pin it to our space.
Great. Yeah, let's get a little buzz going.
Yeah, I'll obviously do the same as well. But yeah, I did just. I'm sorry, I like sent it to everything right before the post, but when it's sold,
No.
I forgot. I was like, oh crap, I gotta.
No, it's okay.
WDM.
This forced my hand. We'll just get it done today. It is technically live, but a nice little announcement, a nice little introduction. Everyone can retweet it. I'm going to be retweeting the action from you this morning, CG, and yesterday from 5459. Did you feel like your post got a lot of engagement?
Yeah, no, it definitely did. It also kind of helped. So I've actually reached out, or I was reached out to by Bubbits. Bubbits.eth. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. He also is kind of developing an art project himself, but one of his things is he helps like onboard and just helps regular artists. So I've been hosting spaces with him, or kind of co-hosting. Um, and I kind of reached out to Aid about this too. Just I've been in a lot of contact with artists, just knowing how we as Bcard were gathering a bunch of art pieces and just kind of seeing that inevitable route and metaverse and all that implications. So I've been really kind of diving into the art world. Plus, I've been kind of tinkering it with myself. Um, so it's just I think with my interaction with them as well, and then because in all the spaces, like I never said I was going to do anything. So I think that kind of helped. Plus, um, like I just honestly the people that I follow and interact with, they're just like real. Like I don't have like the bot people, so I think when they see stuff, it's pretty nice. Not that I have like a ton of followers, but like I have like the real people from communities that I've been a part of. So it is nice though to see that. And I felt bad like halfway through the day. I'm like, crap, WDM's probably gonna kill me because my phone was blown. I mean, it definitely was more than I thought. Like I was nervous. This was my first like public art thing. I'm like, do people think it's as cool as I do? And so what a little background is I actually pick my art and like, again, I didn't know what would come across, right? Because I picked the way that I was kind of doing my art was obviously, you guys all know I'm like a big reader and I have a pretty huge library. And so when I was kind of thinking how I wanted to do this, I took 3 works of art, that's what I consider some books, and I pulled from them and have created a bunch of pieces, pulling from 3 books. Some of them I kind of took at random, some of them I kind of brought together and just kind of, thought about the books, and kind of that's how the art kind of came about. And I wasn't even able to display all that or kind of announce all that before the first one was even purchased. So I actually had to DM the guy and kind of explain to him like the background and everything, and he like loved it. But yeah, no, it was awesome.
Wait, CG, did you use like Night Cafe and some other tools to make it? It's awesome.
Yeah, I did a lot of thankfully WDM walked me through literally step by step making an NFT because I like making the art was already hard enough with Night Cafe and then just adding like a bunch of the fantasy and layering and all that. And then I was like, oh man, now I got to make an NFT. But WDM like held my hand step by step through everything, so that was nice.
Yeah, that's part of the service. If I'm gonna overlook the shop, I gotta guide a little bit, help the artist get on, and that's a nice part of it. That's the community part.
Hey WDM, that new borders in your wallet.
Okay, great. Thanks. I'm gonna put that up.
And also, I haven't talked to you, Yamo, yet, but that was sweet. I had no idea about like Sandbox, and I wouldn't even think with their 3D stuff. That was really cool. I kind of looked at that a little bit, and then of course the piece sold, so then I was like scrambling to get everything back up. But that was super cool when I saw you post about that.
Yeah, so basically, the sandbox is as you know, like the metaverse platform, but they also support like the voxel artists, which is make um art pieces in 3D form with voxels. So that those items are gonna be in-game assets as people are gonna build their own game using their assets as well, but that could be also exported to other metaverse platform as like just it is like as just collectibles, or like art pieces. So like once you purchase your sandbox assets, like you in the future you could be it could be used as an item, but for now you can just display in your galleries and like place them like in on cyber just like I did. Yeah, it's cool and it's cheap. Like I personally I bought that statue for like $5.
That's awesome. That's just something I wouldn't. It's so cool because I would like I kind of just got away from Sandbox into Decentraland with all the on cyber stuff, and it's so obvious, but I would never have thought. So that was great when I saw it.
Yeah, because like I got into this space um like the sandbox was my first ever investment, um got me into this web3, and um I think they are undervalued because they are made for using case as game items, but I think there are so many good artists in the sandbox ecosystem as well, because they got like creative funding, like they giving rewards to the artists and creators of games. So there are so many good artists and there are so many IPs. Like I've heard they nearly have like over 400 IP rights, like including like Warner music, or like Snoop Dogg, like Steve Aoki or something like that. So like anything you get from the sandbox assets, like you could purchase everywhere else. So it's cool. But yeah, feel free to visit my gallery. It's District 6540 on Cyber, and I placed that the statue we talked about.
Yeah, I definitely will. I'm actually powering up my computer right now.
And I'm also like looking for some cool 3D art, wonderful art, like something like that. But it's really rare. So like, if any of those in here are gonna would love to try 3D art, like I think it's like there's many opportunities because there are not many of good 3D art. in this space. Like if you go to like super rare, there's only like few hundred, like 300 or 200 of them. That's all. And if you go to foundation, there are not many, and they're like most of them are not really good for me to collect. So I think it's a good market um for them, because like one 2D art is like kind of like red ocean, like so many artists in this market but not many buyers who are trying to collect 2D art. So yeah, it could be better if you learn how to do 3D.
Yeah, Mo, that's a fantastic suggestion. And like I might start doing that and try to learn some 3D art too. Because I was gonna go and because like GPUs are gonna prices are gonna fall off a cliff, right? And with the upcoming Ethereum proof of stake move. So I was thinking I would go and buy a nice GPU for myself and run some of the new AI like art generator algorithms like Stable Diffusion that really require some nice hardware. So if I'm going to build a PC like that, I might as well also throw in the 3D software too.
That's
Yeah.
actually, I was gonna say, you brought up a great point. I was also lucky enough to host a spaces with Block Gurus and they interviewed Superfizz. I don't know if you guys are aware of him, but he's one of big um, kind of people behind the scenes of the with the merge, and he brought up that exact point that the a lot of people they're like, oh, the mining CB, they're all beat up and they're wrecked. But he's like, if you can get these things at a discount, he goes, they'll work perfectly fine. I mean, unless you get one that's really trash or someone that's not taking care of it. But he goes, when it switches over, he plans on, he's like, I'm going to grab as many as I can. He goes, they're not beat up. And he goes, if people are willing to sell them cheap, so it's definitely, keep your eyes open because it might be a good buying opportunity.
Let's go.
Also, he's not here. But did anyone else see the Flying Aziz's picture that he posted not too long ago? I thought it was great that like he was at some event or something in real life, and my man was still like all the way up in the skies, like shooting down. Um, for those that kind of know him, I just thought that was kind of funny. It might have been a couple days ago now, but it definitely made me laugh. And I haven't seen him since. I was hoping he was gonna hop in here because I wanted to kind of ask him about it, but I thought that was really funny. Oh, nice. Computer's finally on. All right, so I need to hop in the station here. Are you guys in there right now?
I'm not, because it's like 6 in the morning out here, and I'm on my mobile right now, and I'm too tired and lazy to reach out to PC right now. I barely made it. Made it in. I barely like got in here as well.
I'm in the GM Coffee place, but in the station
Same.
server. And yeah, that's exactly the reason why we need this place and why we need to have this mobile friendly space so people can jump in at 6 in the morning and just staying in bed meanwhile.
I mean, I have to say, I've even used the GM coffee thing like more times than any of the previous ones, just because on mobile it's like so solid. I mean, no crashing whatsoever, while still being very good looking. It's pretty good. And I mean, we even have some 3D stuff in there, which is pretty incredible.
See, I'm driving right now, but when I get home, I'll boot up on my PC and join from the PC.
So CG, did your piece sell?
Oh yeah, it sold a couple of hours ago. That's what I said.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes,
Thank
that's
you.
great. That's amazing. Okay, I'm gonna take. All right, I'm gonna send. Okay, we're gonna get you a new delegation piece. That's great. Let me
Yep.
take this one.
CG, I think that's so funny, both you and I. So I think I learned my lesson, and my new piece, I'm not listing it for sale until WDM actually opens his gallery.
I literally said the same exact thing. I was like, because I even
this
saw
hour,
yours.
this hour, you'll be ready. We'll be ready.
I didn't even make my post because I saw yours so I waited, and then I was like, all right, I'll wait. I'll do it the next day, like because I knew it was either going to be today or tomorrow, and I was like, oh, that'll be fine. And, and then I was like, a couple hours later, or well, the guy actually messaged me, like, yeah, I'm gonna get that, and I thought he was kind of kidding, cause it's a fellow MFer, so I thought he was just being like supportive. He's like, yeah, I'm buying that, and then sure enough, when he got home from work, he bought it. I was like, oh man. So I thought that's what I the way I'm doing it, it's like the first one was 1, and then this one's 2, and I'm going to go through a couple. And so I listed 1 just to kind of show that what price it will be, but then the one that's not listed at all for sale yet is the one that I'm going to delegate. So this way, even if the other one and I'm not going to post about it though, but God forbid someone goes in there and kind of finds it, it won't. It just and buys the one. The other one will be safe for now.
Yeah, CG, we clearly needed to put our pieces up for like 10 ETH or something ridiculous to prevent this scenario from happening.
Right. I was like, but you know what? I was like, with me, it was 777. I was like, that's just perfect. I was like, there's no way I can not do that. I mean, obviously, I'll definitely I'll probably, if anything, I'll probably adjust down if ETH goes up. Anything. But yeah, no, right? Like, I was like, because I was telling my wife, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna post it. And she's like, that was one. She was like upset. She's like, I want to do it for the house. I was like, well, technically, we won't own it, so I would feel guilty doing that anymore. But she's like, wait, you could have posted it for a lot more. I was like, yeah, maybe. I don't know. But no complaints. I was happy, and he was generally very happy with it. So it was a win-win for me.
We do it for the culture first and foremost. So
Exactly.
yeah, that was very good of you.
I mean, I think we also need to put into context that while everything on ETH is kind of expensive, actually, like most art being created today in NFTs is like sitting on other chains, and like the price points are actually way below, even 0.05. So, like all the stuff on Tezos, as CG knows, is like very inexpensive. So, I do think that the one advantage of being on ETH is you basically pay the high minting cost, and then exchange you get access to the ETH pool of capital. And that's why likely long term the vast majority of like high end art, or high quality art will be on ETH, because just by minting on ETH, it costs money versus on other chains.
Yeah, absolutely. And it still kind of seems, like I said, I've been working with a lot with these like photographers and artists as of late. And it seems like a lot of those guys still are coming in at like that 0.25 ETH price or a little bit higher, like similar to like the guys that you've purchased in the past. So I think with that kind of seems to be their like general just floor amongst their community. Like I know they are very all tight knit, and they're in a lot of like chats together, and a lot of them just kind of seem to be coming in at that like 0.25 price point.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, a lot of them sell very little. So I actually think it's a mistake to price it that point for most people, because unless you're really selling like 100 items, like it's just not gonna, like, you'd be better off routinely selling, I think, for 0.1 or something, and selling a bunch than then building like an actual brand for yourself, than like trying to sell a bunch for like 0.25 or 0.5, where it's really hard, unless it really makes sense to do that. But I think that one artists like struggle a little bit, because a lot of times if you look at their total volume, it's pretty low, project based stuff.
Yep, exactly. And like WDM said, I'm doing it for the culture, right? Like I didn't go to art school or anything crazy. Like I'm trying to, I have a long vision. I'm trying to like tell out a story through the pieces. I have a certain, I have the Genesis collection, which is, I mean, you guys probably will figure it out, but there's going to be a certain number involved. And I kind of, the first one's one, the second's, two. And then, there's going to be like a little story and everything kind of behind it. But, it was just a fun thing. And then, if it grows from there, it grows from there. But, no, I think we were I would say we were almost priced like perfectly, like right in that, I think for us, and just to like, right, we wanted to sell because we want to get eyes on it. Like, we don't want to, I think it just helps. It was fun. It was a good day.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was definitely fun for me. It's my first NFT sale, so I don't know about you, CG.
Yeah, no, it's my first created one that I actually did. Like, not that I like helped with, or like this was 100%. Well, I guess I wouldn't say 100% me. This was like 70% me and probably 30% WTM. Like I said, I mean, he was. I don't think I can stress enough how much he was holding my hand through some of this process. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. And yeah, no, I had a blast.
What I'm really excited about is, to make more art and with AI, because I think it just lets you brainstorm so quickly, right? And move a lot faster. And some of the stuff coming out with all these algorithms is actually really incredible. But you just need like artists to fix like the eyes, the face, and the hands, especially. I think if you make people. Certainly, like another project that I really love is a Block of Horror. They're having an AMA right now, and kind of like double duting this one. But yeah, like I met Blockamus at the 999 club or 10K club, and yeah, they've got like a whole bunch of Hollywood like folks, really experienced like horror directors and the like, in that Discord and in that project. And they have OX Quit as their main dev, who's like kind of legendary. And yeah, I'm really excited to try out some of these algorithms to make horror art, because like I've painted quite a bit of horror, and like going from scratch, it can be quite a lot of time. So yeah, I'm excited to iterate more.
Yeah, I want to touch that. First, WDM, I think that was the wrong wallet. It's not CG. I'll send you the other wallet here real quick. But no, I've seen first of all, I love Quit. And I was glad to see a lot of people kind of starting to talk about Block of Horror, and it's just it's so funny how certain, like the timing of certain things, because I have some stuff that I was like working with some people for very similar and along that route too. So it's going to be really sweet to kind of see how that comes about. plus, I was just kind of waiting for, really was looking to see NFTs with art and music and movies, and just kind of see how that all unfolds. It's pretty exciting to me once it starts branching more out of like the PFPs. And I think it's fun to be here for this kind of stuff. I think especially in a couple of years, it'll be fun to, or even months. I mean, the way this space moves, it's fun to look back and be like, I remember like this happening and this starting, right? Like, it's nice to actually be on the ground floor and be excited to be on the ground floor for something. I feel like.
I agree, man. Because like, when I started collecting NFTs, some of the first ones that I collected were simply just because they had a different type of utility, and I wanted to have examples to showcase when I get this, this consulting Web3 business that I'm trying to do off the ground, to show my friends, to show all these people what can do, what is capable. I was talking to some artists last couple of months ago, and I'm gonna meet back up with them. I got their ENS names and onto them for them. I'm just gonna give it to them. I don't want to sell it to them or anything like that. I'm not trying to make money off of it. I legitimately do want to just gift it to them and give it, but I also want to show them what they can do, and so I think that with music NFTs, it's the artists are going to have some. And I already talked to a buddy of mine. He's a composer. He's Grammy nominated composer, and tours with different artists and whatnot. But his biggest concern was royalties, right? Mechanical fees, and his the additional royalties that they've got, right? Writing royalties, I suppose. So being able to for anyone to be able to translate that type of logic, help them wrap their minds around their creative and intellectual IP, that's going to be helpful to the artists, whether they're making music or movies or anything else. And that's also one of their biggest concerns, And I think that this really goes a long way in helping them understand that they can still have ownership over their creative content, but also significantly more freedom and flexibility.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's great, and that's awesome that you gift. I actually I gifted a ton, and honestly, it's been my most successful. It kind of started with the NS names, just gifting them to either artists that were the same name, or a couple of friends that didn't have their project or their own name or whatever. I just gifted it to them, and then it kind of gets them hooked, right? They kind of see, it's easy reading and you kind of see posts, but some people need to actually see with it and mess with it, and kind of like this metaverse, right? Like, hop in and actually, like, get their feet wet before they realize it and really get involved. And, a lot of these ones I gifted, I either, whether I'm friends with them and I see them posting and see that they're actually growing and gaining more, or, I like kind of just look and check back. And then, in particular to ENS, it's like these people that had none. It's like I look back and now, one guy had like over 50. And I was like, yeah, like I was a little proud. I was like, man, he had none. I sent him one. I'm not gonna say I, take full credit for it, but might have opened his eyes up to ENS, and now next thing you know, and he's made a ton, like, and not for nothing too, he made a ton of money on it, which I love to see even more. So it's pretty cool to, and people are very, like, I've gotten a couple pieces of art from other artists, and I'm very appreciative, and I think a lot of people are too. So that's cool that you were doing that.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I agree. I think, like, just gifting someone their ENS is definitely the way to go, no doubt about it. I mean, whether it's just a friend or a family member, or whether it's a coworker that in the Web2 space. And I got one coworker that not familiar with Web3 at all, but I'm also trying to help them understand certain concepts that will improve the project that we're working on, right? Like, if they understand how Web3 works, they can understand how we can improve a product that we're currently working on today. And so I gift her ENS, and boom, now she understands, or now she at least has that foot in the door and can kind of figure it out from there. But you're right. Yeah, once you kind of just get started, it's you fall down the rabbit hole, and you can't get out, and you don't want to get out.
it's cool seeing your guys' stuff inside the gallery. I was just looking around there, so I see 5459's new coffee cup thing, so that's cool. Yeah, went ahead and threw the new Bcard logo in there as well.
The new logo looks so good.
Yeah, it does.
Thanks.
What's involved in getting the gallery going? I mean, when I get home, I'd like to try to get my gallery set up as well. It's how what's that process like? If that's okay to go over here.
I mean, it's pretty simple. I would say, use on Cyber's like FAQs, as a guide. But to set up a basic gallery is pretty simple. It's free, and then if it's set up and curated, we can add it to one of the Bcard stations.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and then I'll go through some of the additional tweets that we've exchanged that have some more walkthroughs also. It's man, time is the one thing that I wish I had more of, and it's also one of those things I just need to just stop and take a breath and slow down and just set time aside to do the things that I want to do.
I mean, I think to curate like a gallery, at least in my experience, a good one takes me maybe 10 to 20 hours.
Ooh, okay. I'll probably get one NFT.
But you could probably do an okay one in like an hour. But if you want to be really good, it takes a long time, I think.
All right, yeah, I'll try to get a basic one going, and then I'll just progressively build it from there, I think.
Yep. Yeah, and I would say definitely start with like one of the free ones, because I think it's like 8 pieces, and even then you might spend a little more time than you would think. But yeah, he's right. I mean, when you get to these bigger ones, it definitely takes hours. But one of the free ones is, like if you want to make it like your little home base, until you kind of figure it out and want to go, because even the free ones, there's, I think it's like 7 and 22, and then it has a free one up to even like 44 NFTs. So just start small, and then you have something and kind of go from there.
That's awesome. Cool. I'll do that for sure. Yeah, and then the other thing I was thinking of is like I volunteered out here in Seattle. We've got the Seattle NFT Museum, and it's basically the first physical NFT museum in the world, where people can. It's based in downtown Seattle, pretty close to like the major tourist attractions and whatnot, and some of the major businesses. And it's a physical space where people can go in and view NFTs, learn about NFTs, learn about Web3, all that kind of stuff. And we had the Seattle Art Festival a couple weeks back, about a month ago. And so I volunteered with these guys and worked their booth, basically educating people, traditional art enthusiasts, who were this entire art fair was all traditional art. But so these traditional art enthusiasts who had no idea, what Web3 is, what NFTs are. Some folks actually had negative perceptions of NFTs as people can. And it was really, really cool experience to explain to them in very simple terms that they would understand, how blockchain works, how NFTs work, what they're capable of, and actually some of the benefits of them, that comparing traditional art with NFTs. People loved it. Like the looks on these people's faces was incredible. I mean, they were like, oh, I could do that? Like, yeah. I'm like, honestly, like all the stuff that's actually painted on canvases all here, that's non-fungible too. Like, I mean, you still gotta negotiate pricing on the majority. There's no liquid market for most of them. I'm like, so it's just the same, except if you're the artist, once you've sold it the first time, you'll be lucky if you can get any kind of additional royalties on the secondary once it leaves you at that first hand. And when some of these artists were like, oh, I don't have to chase somebody down to get my royalty, and I'm like, no, like it just happens because of the smart contract. Oh, they loved it, and so point being is that the more I'm building my relationships with the Seattle NFT Museum, and I could absolutely see some presence, either some cross pollination between what we're doing with the Bcard and the gallery and what they're doing over there as well. And so in time, I'll try to bridge those connections and those communities.
Yeah, I mean, once we go live on 2.0, I mean, you're obviously welcome to onboard people, in your IRL life. That's the whole reason why you won't need ENS necessarily, and you definitely won't need a 3 or 4 digit.
Yeah, no, it's very, very cool.
Actually, I have a pretty good group of people here today, so thanks everyone for coming. So WDM, are you, once the store's full, are you going to kind of keep some sort of office hours? Hey, this 1 hour, just be I'm here this 1 hour every single day, or because we've kind of all talked about this idea of a store that has a human working there. Are you going to incorporate that at all?
Yeah, I can definitely see myself spending some time here. I think I'll take this project under my wing by giving some exposure to people in here and pieces hung and whatnot, and I'll definitely be spending some time in here. So just as we were working around the coffee shop and making it mobile friendly, do you think these will be mobile friendly too?
Yes, as long as you don't utilize that room, I think becomes not mobile friendly when you have every single of those little frames used up. So I think just try to keep the frame usage down. Not don't if you use a lot of frames in a very tight area, I've noticed that tends to cause lag issues. So I think as it is now, or even with 2 or 3 times the amount of stuff, I think it will probably be mobile friendly.
Yeah, so I mean, it's one of those rooms where it's a great opportunity to throw out a tweet, throw out a on-site burger link, and have people meet you in there. They can just meet you in on their mobile. So that's definitely a cool idea. Yes, there will be store hours.
Great. Yeah, I mean, and I'd say even if it's it's important whatever you commit to, just to be there, because people will probably make plans if they're interested, and it's just such a different buying experience than anything currently. There's literally 5 of us sitting at this one table in the metaverse. If you put chairs out in the metaverse, they will get filled. I'm actually wondering if I should put 2 of these tables together so we could have a big 10-person table. I don't know how that would look though.
Yes, and then get little 3D models of teacups and coffee cups and put them on the tables.
If we do that, it would no longer be mobile friendly.
Wong wong.
We had that, and we basically got rid of them because every single 3D model so like this table, for example, is one model with the chairs. It would look better and we could make it more exact if it was table and then chairs, but then that's 6 pieces rather than one piece and creates substantially more lag. But I don't know if that would look good with a second table there. It'd look probably pretty bad. We could maybe do 2 tables in the green room. Or Rose Jade, I need your expertise on where to put a second table. Do you guys think music should extend to this table, or do you like it to be silent?
I was thinking it could be more extended, as if if I need like complete silence, I usually just turn off the volume on the whole computer or go in like the very corner where there's no music, but it could be like there because at the moment, yeah, it's only in particular places.
Okay, I expanded it, so if you guys refresh, there will be music there.
I have not had good luck with music, like with the expanded ratio. Like I don't know if it was. I mainly just did with YouTube. I haven't really tried it with the NFTs, but with the music and trying to expand the area and it looks good, and then when I like go in and preview it, it's like nothing until I got right up in front of it because I think you need to get close enough and for YouTube to kind of start. Right? Is that what the issue with the YouTube links was?
Yeah, I'm not using YouTube. I would.
Okay, you have some action. Did you find more and like music NFTs since
I think
the
I've got like
latest?
7 or 8 of them.
Okay, I'm looking for like a good. Well, maybe I can DM you, but I've been looking for like a good kind of like jazz or like a smooth, like a nice, not elevated
Yeah,
music,
I've
but
yet to find
along
that.
those lines.
There's very limited.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. I have seen a couple. I did tell you I was reaching out to that one artist. That's actually it's really similar to what we were doing for what you did for like the early kind of meditation rainforest is he's literally has his wildlife like he has not wildlife but like waterfall, and he's combining like the music NFT with photography art. So that'll be very cool to see, and I think it comes live next week, or maybe it's later this week. Yeah, it is later this week, so that'll be really cool to kind of see how those come out. I might grab one of those.
Oh, and also I found the 3D grails that we were looking for. Um, like the first ones ever made.
Yeah, what are they?
Yeah, the
Evits or
joy
something before.
the joy world joys.
Oh
The
yeah, but those are like fucking insane.
Yeah, I know. The floor is 66. They're
Yeah,
like
I
the
mean, it's just like,
2018 OGs.
holy shit.
Yeah, 2018. This guy, they're sick too, but yeah. Um, oh wow, take a look when you get a chance.
I've seen those.
Yeah.
I knew about those. I mean, they're just not realistic.
No. But yeah, 3D grails.
I've looked at them before. I mean, they you might be able to get them if you did like a collection offer of like 20 or 25 ETH. Maybe, I don't know. It's probably something I'd rather spend 25 ETH on. Any of you guys gonna buy one? WDM?
Yeah, maybe like 2 or 3. We're out there.
Or
I don't know. I'd probably rather just have an ENF in it than one of those. About the same price.
Yeah, I'm focused on the digits. Did a little sweep this morning, so we're staying on top of it.
Yeah, it will be easier if you use the gem, so you can like do multiple at once.
So I'm adding like a second table just because like that's kind of in the same area, like in between the edifice and the spotlight, just so it's kind of in the same space, but not like one long table because I don't know a good spot to put one long table.
Oh yeah. And you guys are in the coffee one still?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's in the station, and then where is it?
It's in the station. Like if you're in the station, it's like against the door, kind of near the front.
Okay, thanks.
Art shop is looking great. 8, you want to just take a peek in when you get a chance? I think I'm ready to fire off this this opener tweet.
Mm-hmm. So
Is there a portal? Or is it set up for the art shop, or is that just going to be?
Yeah, there's it already has like a name, like
Okay.
easy, yeah. Bcard art. It's /Bcard art, and we'll probably put the portal in soon. But just gonna
Cool.
just gonna give her a nice little warm welcome.
Can't wait. Oh yeah, nice too. Because at 5.4, I haven't actually seen your newest piece yet, so that'll be cool. I'll be able to see it like in there for the first time.
WDM, I see your new piece. It looks really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it looks nice.
It's just so nice seeing like different art, like such unique art that you don't really see anywhere else.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna
I'm
say,
just gonna
was it a
check for something
challenge
real
to
quick.
was it a challenge to curate it at all? Because obviously we didn't we're not on theme, right? Like we didn't talk to each other and communicate. So I'm curious to see like how they all look like next to each other.
Yeah, they're like different sizes. Not everyone's is the same size, so I had to do a little moving around and to find some good spots for pieces. And it's nice because the first people who reached out got nice spaces in the shop. So it looks good. But we can go upstairs. We could go up the walls. We have some space.
Sweet. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, I'm gonna figure out a place in the station to put it.
Are you gonna put a portal up in the station?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, I put one up. I mean, kind of temporarily, just in like the green room. I need to really think about how we do the space in there. I mean, part of me is contemplating whether to like move a lot of the portals from the gray room into station 2, and then kind of do like a hard cap at like 15 or 20 space per room because of the lag issues. Okay, I put one up. I mean, because when you put like 35 in like one room, I need to really think about how laggy. We do the space in there. I mean, part of me is contemplating whether to like move a lot of the portals from the gray room into station 2, and then kind of do like a hard cap at like 15 or 20 space per room because of the lag issues. Okay, I put one up. I mean, because when you put like 35 in like one room, I need to really think about how laggy. We do the space in there. I mean, part of me is contemplating whether to like move a lot of the portals from the gray room into station 2, and then kind of do like a hard cap at like 15 or 20 space per room because of the lag issues. Okay, I put one up. I mean, because when you put like 35 in like one room, I need to really think about how laggy. We do the space in there. I mean, part of me is contemplating whether to like move a lot of the portals from the gray room into station 2, and then kind of do like a hard cap at like 15 or 20 space per room because of the lag issues. Okay, I put one up. I mean, because when you put like 35 in like one room, I need to really think about how laggy. We do the space in there. I mean, part of me is contemplating whether to like move a lot of the portals from the gray room into station 2, and then kind of do like a hard cap at like 15 or 20 space per room because of the lag issues. Okay, I put one up. I mean, because when you put like 35 in like one room, I need to really think about how laggy. We do the space in there. I mean, part of me is contemplating whether to like move a lot of the portals from the gray room into station 2, and then kind of do like a hard cap at like 15 or 20 space per room because of the lag issues. Okay, I put one up. I mean, because when you put like 35 in like one room, I need to really think about how laggy. We do the space in there. I mean, part of me is contemplating whether to like move a lot of the portals from the gray room into station 2, and then kind of do like a hard cap at like 15 or 20 space per room because of the lag issues. Okay, I put one up. I mean, because when you put like 35 in like one room, I need to really think about how laggy. We do the space in there. I mean, part of me is contemplating whether to like move a lot of the portals from the gray room into station 2, and then kind of do like a hard cap at like 15 or 20 space per room because of the lag issues. Okay, I put one up. I mean, because when you put like 35 in like one room, I need to really think about how laggy. We do the space in there. I mean, part of me is contemplating whether to like move a lot of the portals from the gray room into station 2, and then kind of do like a hard cap at like 15 or 20 space per room because of the lag issues. Okay, I put one up. I mean, because when you put like 35 in like one room, I need to really think about how laggy. We do the space in there. I mean, part of me is contemplating whether to like move a lot of the portals from the gray room into station 2, and then kind of do like a hard cap at like 15 or 20 space per room because of the lag issues. Okay, I put one up. I mean, because when you put like 35 in one room, I need to really think about how laggy. We do the space in there. I mean, part of me is contemplating whether to like move a lot of the portals from the gray room into station 2, and then kind of do like a hard cap at like 15 or 20 space per room because of the lag issues. Okay, I put one up. I mean, because when you put like 35 in one room,
Also, I finally hung the Zancan 8.
Oh, let me go look at that real quick. How'd it look?
It looks good. It look, and you're right. I actually did change the rituals on my phone background to the Zan, and I love it. Especially
I finally hung the
I went a little bit above
8.
and I grabbed. Well, the one I wanted, disappear. I kind of fell asleep and it was gone. But I'm glad it was because I ended up going black and white. and I really really love it. And my wife
How'd it look?
actually is okay with me like printing. I'm probably gonna get
It looks
an
good.
IRL one to put in the house,
And
since
you're
our whole
right.
house is like
I actually
black
did
and white,
change
so
the
it'll kind of
rituals
work
on my
too.
phone
So it worked
background
out pretty
to
good.
this, and
Oh,
I
I
also,
love
Yeah,
it.
I'm looking
especially
at it
for
right
like
now. It looks
I
really
kind
good.
of
I
I
mean,
went a little
man,
bit above
you
and
kind of
beyond. Well, the one I
are
wanted
making me
this
want to
year, I kind of
FOMO
fell asleep and
into
it was
putting
gone, but
my
I'm glad it
GM
was
up
because I ended
here.
up going black and white. And I really really love it. And my wife
How'd it look?
actually is okay with me like printing. I'm probably gonna get
It
an
looks
IRL
good.
one to put in the house,
and
since
you're
our
right.
whole house is like
I actually did
black and white,
change
so
the
it'll kind of
rituals
work
on my
too.
phone
So it worked
background
out pretty
Uh,
good.
to this, and I
Oh, I
also,
love
yeah,
it.
I'm looking at
especially
it
for
right
like
now. It looks
I
really
kind
good.
of
I
I
mean,
went a little bit
man, you
above and
kind of
beyond. Well, the one I
are
wanted
making me
this
want to
year, I kind of
FOMO
fell asleep and
into
it was
putting
gone, but
my
I'm glad it
GM
was
up
because I ended
here.
up going black and white. And I really really love it. And my wife
How'd it look?
actually is okay with me like printing. I'm probably gonna get
Yeah, it
an
looks really
IRL one
good.
to put in the house,
and you're
since our
right.
whole house is like
I actually did
black and white,
change
so
the
it'll kind of
rituals
work
on my
too.
His
phone
So it
stuff
worked
background
out
is
pretty
to
good.
this, and
particularly
I
cool.
also,
I
Yeah,
I guess
especially for like
it, like
I
around
kind
the
of
one
I went a little
man,
bit
you
above and
kind of,
beyond. Well, the one I
you know,
wanted
or
this
whatever
year, I kind of
exactly
fell
that
asleep
is.
and it was gone,
It's
but I'm
kind of
glad it was because I ended up going
too
black and
low for
white.
that quality of
And I
person.
really really love it. And my wife
How'd it look?
actually is okay with me like printing. I'm
yeah,
probably gonna get
I
Yeah, it
agree.
looks
I'm
really
not
good. I
very
mean,
aware
if
of his
his stuff
stuff.
was on ETH, I think the
black and white,
prices
so
would
it'll
be
kind of work
fire.
too.
His
So it
stuff
worked out
is
pretty good.
Yeah,
particularly cool.
and
I guess
it was
like
just a
around
little
the
extra
one
kind of
man,
nudge I needed.
you
I was,
know, or whatever
I
exactly
appreciate
that
it.
is. It's kind of. I only have one of
Too
those
low for
bugged
that
ones that I
quality of
got like.
person. And I really
I
really
think
love it.
they.
And my wife
I think it was only like
actually is
80
okay with me like
Tezos for like
printing.
a
Yeah,
guardian model.
I
Yeah, it
agree.
looks
I'm
really
not
good. I
very
mean,
aware
if
of his
his stuff
stuff.
was on ETH, I think the prices would be fire or
His
something
stuff
like
is
really low. I
yeah,
forget exactly, but it was
And
like
it
it was just a little
$100
extra
for
kind of
like
nudge
a
I needed. I
bug
was,
or whatever
I
exactly.
appreciate. Yeah,
But
when I was
it's
reading, he does a bunch of
I
cool
only
kind
have
of
one
stuff
of
on
those bugged
how he
ones
did
that
like
I got
a
like I
raffle
think they
system for some
I think it was
things, and the
only
people
like
that thought they
80
didn't get anything,
Tezos
then
for
he like
like
kind of came
a
back and
guardian model.
they really
Yeah, it
did
looks
win.
really
Like
good. I mean,
it was kind of
if
cool
his
how he
stuff
did
was
it.
on
Like a couple of
ETH, I think
his,
the prices would
some
be
of his
fire or
drops.
something like really low. I forget
you
exactly. I have
And
a
it was
hundred
just a little
dollar
extra kind of
kindergarten
nudge I needed. I
model
was,
that's
I
black and
appreciate.
white,
Yeah, when I was reading,
kind of
he
like
does a
what
bunch
yours.
of
I
cool
only
kind
have
of
one
stuff
of
on
those bugged
how he
ones
did
that
like
I got
a
like
raffle
I think
system for
looks
some
good.
things, and the people that thought they didn't get anything, then
For
he like
like
kind of came back
yeah, your
and
gallery is
they
really
really
good.
did win. Like
yeah,
it was
I
kind of cool
changed
how he
I
did
actually
like
did
a
put in a
couple of
little bit of
his,
work. I'm still
some
I
of his
mean
drops.
Something
Like you
really
said,
low. I
it'll
forget
take
exactly. I have
20 hours
a
before I get
hundred
it to
dollar
really how I like it, but
kindergarten
put in like a
model
little
that's
bit each time and
black
just
and white,
slowly kind of make changes
kind of
and
like
move
what
some
yours.
stuff.
I
And
only
then
have one of
I did
those
do a
bugged
photography
ones
one
that
as
I got
well,
like
just kind of solo, more simple,
looks
just
good.
on the bigger pieces.
Yeah,
But
your
yeah, no,
gallery is really
it's
good.
fine tweaking
yeah,
around with it a
I
little bit.
changed I actually did put in a little
For
bit of work. I'm
sure.
still
Some of his drops.
Really good.
Like
I
you
would
said,
probably put like
it'll
a
take
couple. I have
20
here
hours
if I were
before I
you.
get it to really how I like it. But
yeah, that's why I
put
was
in
kind of
like a little
asking
bit
because I
each time,
I
just
put
slowly
I
kind of make
literally
changes
spent
and
like a
move
half
some
hour
stuff.
putting
And
all the
then
YouTube
I
ones,
did do a
spacing them
photography
perfectly
one as well,
apart,
just
No,
and then I
and
usually
more
logged in and
simple,
then
just
like
on
it wouldn't
the
start until I
bigger
got the record in front
pieces.
of me. I was like, God
yeah,
damn,
no,
now it's
you
an
know
hour I won't get back.
Yeah, I
So
changed
I'll
I
probably just
actually
have to
did put in
look.
a little
for
bit of
It's
work.
sure.
just hard to find because it's such a big
Really good. I
space.
would probably put
You
like
really
a
need,
couple
I think
on
it's like
an
four.
AM here if I were
Yeah,
you,
So
but
I would
that's
need
not that big a
four.
deal.
Yeah,
that's
four
why I was
music
kind of asking
NFTs,
because
and then kind of
I
have
put
them like
I
work
literally
with the
spent like a
space
half
and
hour putting all
just
the
kind of.
YouTube
I
ones,
really haven't
spacing
been
them
able to find
perfectly
anything that I like.
apart,
You
Like
can
I
make the
logged
music
in and then
NFTs
like it
disappear,
wouldn't
right?
start
But
until I
your
got the record in front
pieces.
of me. I was like, God damn, now
Yeah,
it's an
that's
hour I
well,
won't get back.
see with the
So
YouTube it
I'll
wouldn't
probably just have
work
to look
because you had to
it's just
like.
hard
So
to
I guess
find
I
because
haven't
it's such a
tried.
big
I don't have a
space.
music NFT,
You
so I
really
haven't
need, I
tried
think
it.
it's like four,
But
but
I
would
would
think
think
so.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
four
that's why I
music
was kind of
NFTs, and
asking
then
because
kind of have them
I
like
think it'll
work
make
with the
your space
space
a
and
lot more
just kind of.
YouTube
I really haven't been able to find anything
Oh
I
yeah,
like.
no, I mean it's on. It's definitely on my radar. I'm just looking for one that I like. Well, I see with YouTube it wouldn't work because you had to like. So I guess I haven't tried it. I don't have a music NFT, so I haven't tried it. It's like 4, but I would think so. Yeah, that's why I was NFTs and
I'll have
kind of have
to.
them
I
like
think it'll
work
make
with
your
the space.
space a lot more.
Just kind of, I really haven't been able to find it.
Oh,
Oh yeah, no, I mean it's
Entering
on.
your
It's
gallery,
definitely on my
WDM.
radar. I'm just looking for one that I like.
Great. Yep. I'm just tweeting and I'm about to tag everyone who's featuring the artist in the art shop right now. So we'll get this up. We'll get some retweets. We'll get some exposure. It'll be good.
I think it'll make your space a lot more.
Just kind of, I really haven't been able to find it. Oh yeah, no, I mean it's
Entering
on.
your
It's
gallery,
definitely on my
WDM.
radar. I'm just looking for one that I like.
Great. Yep. I'm just tweeting and I'm about to tag everyone who's featuring the artist in the art shop right now. So we'll get this up. We'll get some retweets.
Nice. I
We'll get
like
some exposure. It'll be good.
3113. Your gorgeous portrait photography. Right? That everyone was seeing praise for. Glad you're selling it.
I'm was looking for one that like.
Great. Yep. I'm just tweeting and I'm about to tag everyone who's featuring the artist in the art shop right now. So we'll get this up. We'll get some retweets.
Nice. I
We'll get
like
some exposure. Should be good.
3113. Your gorgeous, nice colors. WDM and Rose Jade. I like that you put it together. Glad you're selling it. So Rose Jade, you pick colors that are like perfect for your name.
Great. Yep. I'm just
Rose
tweeting
and
and I'm about
Jade.
to tag everyone who's featuring the artist in the art shop right now. So we'll get this up. We'll get some retweets.
Nice. I
We'll get
like
some exposure. Should be good.
3113. Your gorgeous, nice colors. WDM and Rose Jade. I like that you put it together. Glad you're selling it. So Rose Jade, you pick colors that are like perfect for your name.
Great. Yep. I'm just tweeting
Rose
and
and
I'm about
Jade.
to tag everyone who's featuring the artist in the art shop right now. So we'll get this up. We'll get some retweets.
Nice. I
We'll get
like
some exposure. Should be good.
3113. Your gorgeous, nice colors. WDM and Rose Jade. I like that you put it together. Glad you're selling it. So Rose Jade, you pick colors that are like perfect for your name.
Great. Yep. I'm just
Rose
tweeting
and
and I'm
Jade.
about to tag
CG, your new piece is
who's
awesome too.
featuring the artist in
Wow.
the art shop right now. So
Thank you,
we'll
thank
get
you. I'm
this
actually
up.
just
We'll get
hopping in
some
here now
retweets.
from
Nice.
on
I
a
like
different computer, so I'm
3113.
hoping this one's not as like.
Gorgeous,
Okay, good.
nice
I'm in,
colors.
but I
WDM and Rose
that's not
Jade.
gonna
I
be
like
my
that you
main
put it
one.
together. Glad you're selling it. So Rose Jade, you pick colors. Yeah, you do a really good job of generating a lot of these pieces, and like I'm assuming just CG, your new piece is awesome too. Favorite ones and trying to find the right composition.
Thank you, thank you. I'm actually just hopping in here
I
now
mean,
from
actually, this is
on
just
a
like I
different
just asked
computer.
for their piece
So I'm
that they
hoping
wanted, like the
this
first
one's
piece
not
that they
as like.
wanted. I
Okay,
just
good.
kind
I'm
of
in,
put this
but
together.
that's not gonna be my main one.
Let's see. Let me look at.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you do a really good job
Melted's
of
was very
generating a
long,
lot
so
of
I
these
had to
pieces,
find a
and like I'm
space
assuming just CG, your new piece is
to
awesome
put
too.
his.
Favorite
So
ones and
it took up
trying to find the right composition.
one of
Thank
the
you,
little
thank you. I'm
viewing
actually just hopping in
galleries.
here
I
now
mean,
from
actually, this is
on
just
a
like I
different
just asked
computer.
for their piece that they
So
wanted, like the
this
first
one's
piece
not
that they
as like.
wanted. I
Okay,
just
good.
kind
I'm
of
in,
put
but
this together. There were some
that's
nice
not gonna be my
rectangular
main one. Let's see.
pieces.
Let me look
3113s,
at.
2375s fit perfectly, and then Rose Jades and I had the nice reds to put together, so that was
Thank you,
nice.
thank you. I'm actually just hopping in here
I
now
mean,
from
actually,
on
this
the
is
right,
just like I just asked
and
for their
then
piece that they wanted, like the
this
first
one's
piece
not
that
as
they
like.
wanted. I
Okay,
just
good.
kind of put this together. There were some nice rectangular
Let's see.
pieces. 3113s,
Yeah,
2375s fit
Melted
perfectly, and then
Yeah, this is very cool.
Rose Jades and I had the nice reds to put together, so that was
Thank you,
nice.
thank you. I'm actually just hopping in here
I
now
mean,
from
actually, this is just like I just asked
and
for their
then
piece that they wanted, like the
this
first
one's
piece
not
that they
as like.
wanted. I
Okay,
just kind of
good.
put this together. There were some
This
nice
one's not gonna be my
rectangular
main one. Let's see.
pieces. 3113s, 2375s fit
Melted
perfectly, and then
Yeah, this is very cool.
Rose Jades and I had the nice reds to put together, so that was
Thank you,
nice.
thank you. I'm actually just hopping in here
I
now
mean,
from
actually, this is just like I just asked for their piece that they wanted, like the first piece that they wanted. I just
Sweet, this is so sick.
there were some nice rectangular
Yeah, I
pieces.
definitely like. I do
3113s,
really like everyone's
2375s
pieces.
fit
This is awesome.
perfectly, and then
Everyone did
Yeah,
really
this is
good.
very cool.
Rose Jades and I had the nice reds I mean, listen, I wasn't kidding. Like, so that was nice. We have some talented artists, and we like to support each other, and there's
Sweet, this is
interest to
so
collect
sick.
each other's pieces, at least a couple,
Yeah, I
or
definitely
at
like.
least one. So
Really like everyone's pieces.
this is
This is
just really
awesome.
cool, and this is
Everyone
just the
did really
start.
good.
Like, I'm just excited to see. Once people see that it's like, I mean, they can listen, I wasn't kidding. Contribute, and we have some talented artists. That's something like don't take themselves so seriously. Support each other, and really feel interest to collect each other's pieces, at least a couple,
Yeah, I
or
definitely
at
like.
least one. So
Really
because
like
there's so much
everyone's
talent.
pieces.
I
This is
mean,
just
really
awesome.
cool. And this is
Everyone
just the
did
start.
really
Like
good.
every single piece in here, it's once people see that it's like, in my opinion, pretty quality, and
Yeah, and there's like
talented
there's almost
artists.
something
That's
for
something like
like.
don't take
It's funny
themselves
because
so
I like a
seriously.
lot of
Support each
a
other,
lot of them kind of hit
and
what I look for, but
really
it
feel
is
interest to
there's like a
collect each
look.
other's
It's a little bit of
pieces,
everything.
at
It's
least a
cool. Like
couple, or
no matter
at least one.
what
So
you were coming into,
because
you
there's
kind
so
of
much
almost
talent, I
find
mean,
it
really cool.
here.
And this is just the
For
start.
for
Like
there
every
being
single piece
only,
in
I mean,
here,
what is there? 1, 2, 3,
it's once people see that it's
6,
like, in my
7,
opinion,
8,
pretty
9 of them.
quality, and
Yeah, and there's like there's
but
almost
yeah, no,
something
that's
for
something
like
don't
you did
take
a good
themselves
job.
so
I like a
seriously.
lot of
Support each
a
other,
lot of them kind of hit
and
what I look for, but
really
it
feel
is
interest to
there's like a
collect each
look.
other's
It's a little bit of
pieces,
everything. it's cool. Like no matter what you were coming in from, you kind of almost find it here. For there being only, I mean, what is there? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, whatever. Yeah, and there's
But
almost
yeah, no,
something for
it's awesome.
like you did a good job. I like a lot of them kind of hit what I look for, but it is there's like it's a little bit of everything. It's cool. Like no matter what you were coming in from, you kind of almost find it here. For there being only, I mean, what is there? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, whatever. Yeah, and there's
But
almost
yeah, no,
something for
it's awesome.
like you did a good job. I like a lot of them kind of hit what I look for, but it is there's like it's a little bit of everything.
What do you guys
It's
think of
cool.
seeing your work
No
up in
matter
here,
what you were
up in the
coming in from, you kind
gallery?
of almost find it here.
I,
For there being
I
only
don't
6,
really know. This is so
6,
surreal.
7, 8,
Like,
whatever.
it's pretty cool. I low
Yeah, and
key that
but
dumb
yeah,
fun. I
no,
literally just called my wife out here. I was
you did
like,
a good
look
job.
at my art
I
on the
like
wall.
a lot of them kind of hit what I look for, but
Yeah, that's
there's like
great. That's
it's a little bit
awesome.
of everything.
What do you guys think of seeing
It's
your
great
work
that
up
you're
in
here.
here? That way, I mean,
You were
up in the
coming in from, you
gallery,
kind of
similar
almost
with
find it
with me too. So
for there being
I don't really know. This is so
6,
surreal.
7, 8. Yeah, and I feel bad. I was like,
It's
man,
pretty
I
cool.
was
I
so
low
giving you so
key
much props in the
that dumb
room, like
fun. I literally
yours
just
too
called my wife
as
out here. I was
well.
like,
Like
look
now I
at
see that
my
up
art
there.
on the wall.
It's like it's just so it's a
yeah,
lot to take
that's
in.
great. That's awesome. What do you guys think of seeing
It's
your
great
work
that
up
you're
in here?
here.
That way, I mean, up in the gallery, similar with with me too. So
For there being
I don't really know. This is so
6,
surreal.
7, 8. Yeah, and I feel bad. I was like,
It's
man,
pretty
I
cool.
was
I
so
low
giving you so
key
much props in the
that dumb
room, like
fun. I literally
yours
just
too
called my wife
as
out here. I was
well.
like,
Like
look
now I
at
see that
my
up
art
there.
on the wall.
It's like it's just so it's a
yeah,
lot to take
that's
in.
great. That's awesome. What do you guys think of seeing
It's
your
great
work
that
up
you're
in here?
here.
That way, I mean, up in the gallery, similar with with me too. So
For there being
I don't really know. This is so
6,
surreal.
7, 8. Yeah, and I feel bad. I was like,
It's
man,
pretty
I
cool.
was
I
so
low
giving you so
key
much props in the
that dumb
room, like
fun. I literally
yours
just
too
called my wife
as
out here. I was like,
well. Like
look
now I see
at
that
my
up
art
there.
on
I
the
mean,
wall.
also
It's
let's
like
talk about
it's
the
just
use of the
so it's a lot to
logo.
take
Like
in.
we haven't really done this before. This is it's and I looks fantastic there.
Yeah, how did you get? I was actually about to ask, like, because the whole black background, it fitting that circle perfectly is crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I
eight
feel
did
bad. I
that.
was like, man, I was so
Oh, okay.
giving you so much props in the room, like yours too as
Yeah, I
well.
didn't
Like
even know that could like go behind the thing, like stretch out.
so
So
it's a lot to
that's
take
great.
in.
We haven't really done
Oh
this
well,
before.
in
This
that
is
case, then it looks
taking it
freaking awful. God damn
looks
it.
fantastic there.
Yeah, how
No,
did you
just
get?
kidding.
I was
It
actually
does
about
look
to
really
ask, like,
good. I think it
because
just
the
with
whole
it being
black
black
background,
too.
it fitting
I
that
know the white
circle
kind of pops
perfectly
on
is
Twitter.
crazy.
Yeah,
So does the
eight did
black,
that.
but in here the
Oh,
black
okay.
really, really, really like just stands
Yeah, I
out.
didn't even know that could like go behind
And
the
it
thing,
also,
like stretch
to
out.
those who
So
did it, it looks
that's
super
great.
cool from upstairs too.
Oh well, in that case, then it looks freaking awful. God damn
Looks
it.
fantastic there.
Yeah, how
No,
did you
just
get?
kidding.
I was
It
actually
does
about
look
to
really
ask, like,
good. I think it
because
just
the
with
whole
it being
black
black
background,
too.
it fitting
I
that
know the white
circle
kind of pops
perfectly
on
is
Twitter.
crazy.
Yeah,
So does the
eight did
black,
that.
but in here the black
Oh, okay.
really, really, really like just stands
Yeah, I
out.
didn't even know that could like go behind
And
the
it
thing,
also,
like stretch
to
out.
those who
So
did it, it looks
that's
super
great.
cool from upstairs too.
Oh
Hi
well,
all.
in that case, then it looks freaking
I was
awful.
able to
God damn
finally get
it.
home
Yeah,
to join
how
up
did
with
you
Just
you
get?
kidding.
I was
here.
like,
Man,
Does look
so
really good.
proud to
I think it
be
because
just
the
up
whole
with it
here
being
black
with
black
everyone's
too.
background, it
work.
fitting
I
that
know the white
I'll
kind
circle
of
just
pops
share
on
that
perfectly is
Twitter.
my
crazy.
collection,
So does
my
the
first
black,
ever
but in
collection, is
here
named
the
Oh,
Catalyst,
okay.
and it's
really,
ode to
really, really like
Bcard
just
family because I
stands
haven't
Yeah, I
picked
out.
up
didn't even know that
my
could like
brushes
go
in a
behind the
And
long
it
thing,
also,
time.
like stretch
to
out.
those
So
who
So
did
it's
it,
my
it looks
very
that's
super
first
great.
cool
piece
from upstairs
that
too.
I wanted to
Oh
try
well,
while
in
I was
that
in
case, then it
art
looks
show.
freaking
I was
awful.
able to
God damn
finally get
it.
home
It
to
is
join up with
Just
lovely,
you
kidding.
here.
Rosie.
Man,
Does look
so
really good.
proud
Very
to be
fitting.
Because the
up
whole
here
black
with
background,
everyone's
it
work.
fitting that
I'll
circle
just share
perfectly
that
is
my
crazy.
collection,
So does
my
the
first
black,
ever
but in
collection, is
here
named
the
Catalyst,
black
Oh,
and it's
really,
ode to
really, really like
Bcard
just
family because I
stands
haven't
I
picked
out.
up
didn't even know that
my
could like
brushes
go
in a
behind
And
the
long
it
thing,
also,
time.
like stretch
to
out.
those who
So
did
it's
it,
my
it looks
very
super
first
cool
piece
from upstairs
that
too.
I wanted to
Oh
try
well,
while
in
I was
that
in
case, then it
art
looks
show.
freaking
I was
awful.
able
God
to
damn
finally get
it.
home
Yeah,
It
to
is
join up
Just
with
lovely,
kidding.
you here.
Rosie.
Man, so proud
Very
to
fitting.
be
because the
up
whole
here
black
with
Thank
background,
everyone's
you.
it
work.
fitting that
I'll
circle
just share
perfectly
that
is
my
crazy.
collection,
So does
my
the
first
black,
ever
but in
collection, is
here
named
the
Catalyst,
black
and it's
really,
ode
I
to
mean,
really
already
like
now I
Bcard
just got
family because I
two
haven't picked up
DMs saying,
my
"Hey,
brushes in a
like,
long
and it
time.
also,
I'm
to
interested."
those who
So
did
it's
it,
my
it looks
very
super cool from upstairs. So
I did as well.
yeah,
I was like, can you put me in contact with
Right.
WDM? I said, just
Right.
DM me.
yeah.
That's awesome. No. Congrats.
I mean,
man.
already
This is
now I
really,
just
really
got
cool.
2 DMs saying, "Hey, like, I'm interested." So
I did as well.
yeah,
I was like, can you put me in contact with
right,
WDM? I said, just
right,
DM me.
yeah.
That's awesome. No. Congrats.
I mean,
Man.
already
This is
now I
really,
just
really
got
cool.
2 DMs saying, "Hey, like, I'm interested." So
I did as well.
yeah,
I was like, can you put me in contact with
right,
WDM? I said, just
right,
DM me.
yeah.
That's awesome. No. Congrats.
I mean,
Man.
already
This is
now I
really,
just
really
got
cool.
2 DMs saying, "Hey, like, I'm interested." So
I did as well.
yeah,
I was like, can you put me in contact with
right,
WDM? I said, just
right,
DM me.
yeah.
That's awesome. No. Congrats.
I mean,
Man.
already
This is
now I
really,
just
really
got
cool.
2 DMs saying, "Hey, like, I'm interested." So
I did as well.
yeah,
I was like, can you put me in contact with
right,
WDM? I said, just
right,
DM me.
yeah.
That's awesome. No. Congrats.
I mean,
Man.
already
This is
now I
really,
just
really
got
cool.
2 DMs saying, "Hey, like, I'm interested." So
I did as well.
yeah,
I was like, can you put me in contact with
right,
WDM? I said, just
right,
DM me.
yeah.
That's awesome. No. Congrats.
I mean,
Man.
already
This is
now I
really,
just
really
got
cool.
2 DMs saying, "Hey, like, I'm interested." So
I did as well.
yeah,
I was like, can you put me in contact with
right,
Hey everyone, how's
WDM?
everyone doing?
yeah.
Hey, good to hear you.
Yeah, nice to be back
That's
in
awesome.
the gallery and speaking to you guys.
I mean, already
It's
now I just got
been a
2
little while,
DMs saying, "Hey,
but
like,
yeah, I'm really
I'm
enjoying
interested."
the gallery space, like the pieces, the
I did as
colors.
well.
Yeah,
It's really
I was
good
like,
to see
can you put me in contact with
right,
hey everyone, how's everyone
WDM?
people's doing? Expression and
yeah.
how they
Hey,
decide
good to hear
to
you.
express that Yeah, through nice art. So I'm always to be fascinated
That's
to
awesome.
kind of
The
get
gallery
inside
and
people's
speaking to
minds
you
and
guys.
I mean, already
It's
now I just
understand a
got
bit of
2
the process.
DMs
I'm not sure,
saying,
has
"Hey,
anyone been
Yeah, I'm
asking
really
any
enjoying
questions about, how
the
people
gallery space, like the pieces,
decided
the
to maybe like
colors.
choose the colors or
It's really
how
good
they
to
even
see
went about their
people.
process? Because
Hey everyone,
Rose
how's
Jade's
everyone doing?
piece is really, really fascinating. How they
Hey,
decide
good to hear
to
you.
express that
Yeah,
through
nice
art. So I'm
to
always
be
fascinated
back in
to kind of
the
get
gallery
inside
and
Oh,
people's
thank
speaking
you.
minds
to you
and
I'll
guys.
share another
It's
tidbit.
been
I don't know
understand a
if you
bit
had
of the
heard that I
process. I'm not sure,
was
has
inspired to pick
anyone
up my
been
yeah, I'm
asking
brushes
any
really enjoying
questions
since we were going to do the
about, how
gallery as well as
the
a
people
gallery
secret
space, like the
secret
pieces,
gallery
the
decided to maybe like
that
colors.
choose the colors
3069
or
was
It's
doing.
really
how
But
good
they
to
even
it
see
went
was
about
my
their
cousin's
process.
wedding
Because
day, so the
Hey
18th.
everyone,
Rose
how's everyone
Jade's
doing?
She was
piece
getting
is
married,
really,
and I'm like,
really
oh,
fascinating. How they
Hey,
I
decide
was thinking
good
of
to
her
hear you.
too,
express
and
that
to
through
Yeah,
art.
kind of
So I'm always
decide to paint as well at a
fascinated
quiet moment.
to kind of get inside
Oh,
people's
thank you.
minds and
Rose and Jade. I don't
understand
know
a
if you
bit
had
of the
chosen those colors to
process. I'm not
start.
sure,
I was
has
inspired to pick
anyone
up my
been asking
brushes
any questions
since we were going to do the
about,
that's awesome.
gallery
I
as well
actually
as a
think
secret
5459 kind of
secret
caught that. I
gallery
think
decided to
where you were
maybe like
still
choose the
driving,
colors
that
or
was
3069
like
was
the
doing.
first
But
thing
how they
she
it
even
was
went about
noticed.
my
their
cousin's
process.
wedding
Because
day. Oh yes,
Rose
I had
Jade's
heard she was
piece
getting
is
married,
really,
and I'm like,
really
oh,
fascinating. How they
Hey,
I
decide
was
good
thinking
to
of
hear
her
you.
too, and
express
to
that through art.
kind of
So I'm
decide
always
to
yeah,
paint as well at
I
a
like
quiet
that
moment.
personal
Oh,
touch
thank
to
you.
it. It's really
Rose and
inspiring
Jade.
to
I don't know
understand.
if you had chosen those colors to
Yeah, and
start.
then
I was
so
inspired to pick
I
up
mean,
my
I guess I'll
brushes
kind of
since we were
for
going to do the
mine.
gallery
That's I
as
think
well
I
as a
touched
secret
on. I don't know if you heard earlier.
59
Kind of caught that. I think where
I
you were
kind of
still
did mine,
driving.
so
That
my
was like the
plan
first
is I
thing she
had
noticed.
my
This first
cousin's
collection
wedding
is
day.
Genesis.
Oh
There's
yes,
going
I
to be
had heard
seven
she was getting
pieces. You know,
married,
seven,
and I'm
seven,
like,
seven.
oh,
Kind of like my numbers.
I was thinking of her
Um,
too, and to
the first
kind of
one there was only
decide to
Yeah,
paint
one.
as well at
I
a
The
like
quiet
that
second
moment.
piece,
personal
so the piece
Oh,
that's
touch
thank
hanging,
to
you.
there's
it. It's
actually
really
two of
Rose
them.
and
inspiring.
Jade.
Then the third
I
one,
don't know
there's
if you
going
had
to be
chosen those
three,
colors
and
to
then all
start.
the way through to
I
seven. And the way I
for
count my
mine,
pieces,
I'm a
I
big
think I
reader.
touched
I
on
think
it.
I've
Like
kind of posted
5459
it.
kind of caught that. I think
This is
where
on
you
my
were
Twitter
still
before,
driving.
so
Like
like
my
I
plan is
like
I had
to
like
like
this
post a
first
book thread
collection
every
is
once in a while and just
Genesis.
kind of see what
There's going to
people
be
are
seven
reading.
pieces. You know,
Look for
seven,
some
seven,
new
seven.
books. I
Kind of like
normally
my
go
numbers.
through them
The
pretty
first
quickly,
one there was only one.
and so
The
like that was
second
something that
piece,
was
so the
near and
piece that's
dear to
hanging,
me.
there's actually
So
two of
I
them.
kind of came up with
Then
the
the third
idea
one
that I
there's
would
going to be
take three
three, and
books
then
that
all the
I've
way through
read,
to seven.
kind of like throw
And
them
the way
out
I
for
count
mine,
pieces, I
and
think I
then
touched on it.
try
Like
and
5459
through
kind
their
of caught
story
that.
and
I
what
think
they're
where
trying
you
to
were still
tell or what
driving.
they
So
meant
I think my
by
plan
what
is
I
I
read
like
to
to like post a book
turn
thread of
that
Genesis.
into
Kind of see
art.
what people are reading. kind of, and then so each of my pieces, there's a lot of like kind of hidden stuff in my pieces, and then then there's like some quotes that kind of go along with it. I kind of came up with the idea that I would take that'll kind of help tie, like, so the name of each, as well as the quote, kind of will hint to the book or the books, well, the books, kind of in general. And then whoever buys the piece, I kind of, like earlier, the guy that bought it actually sent him like a picture of the three books that I took as like the inspiration. And I kind of, I actually was debating the idea of making like polygon ones and sending it as also the NFT, but for right now, I just sent it as like a picture to be like, hey, this is kind of, where the inspiration came from, if you cared. And he thought it was kind of cool. So that was kind of the story of how mine kind of came about.
Nice.
A
And
picture
your
of the
piece,
three
because
books
it's sold, is it
that I
not
took
in there
as like the
anywhere else?
inspiration. And I kind of, no, it is. I actually, I actually go debating the idea of making like polygon ones and sending it as also the NFT. But 7 total pieces. Well, there's gonna be 7 editions. Where the inspiration came from. So the one that's there in Mountain Skies and Back of the Gang is actually the second piece of this collection. So the first piece
Nice.
sold, the
Your piece,
101, and
because
now
it's
this is the
sold, is it not
102.
in there anywhere else?
And it's the one that's kind of right by the stairs. I actually go debating the idea of making like polygon ones and sending it as also the NFT. But 7 total pieces. Well, there's gonna be 7 editions.
WDM, do you want to
So
explain your
the
piece?
one that's there in Mountain Skies and Back of the Gang is actually the second piece of this collection. So the first piece
Yeah,
sold, the
absolutely.
101, and now this is the
Sold, not in
102.
there
My
anywhere
the
else.
collection is
Kind
called
of right by the
Benders. It's going to be 15 one-of-one photography pieces from some of my travels over 5 years, and I use a like editing
WDM, do
and
you want to
color
explain your
editing
piece?
technique to sort of create this. Yeah, absolutely. This sort of my the collection is called reality, where you're kind of guessing like, hey, is this nature? Did nature do this, or did I maybe play with it? So, and I use yeah. So obviously it's like editing
WDM, do
and
you want to
color
explain your
reality,
piece?
benders, 15 of them. To sort of and the thing about this collection is this. I'm only going to mint the next piece when this one sells. So the collection is called reality. The next piece will only be released and minted when did nature do this, or someone grabs this one. So maybe play with it. So kind of maybe a little incentive to buy the piece and see what's next. 15 of them. I don't know. Kind of interesting. This collection is this. So that's over. Yeah. So over like a 5-year span. Some of my travels. You'll see that the titles, the title of the pieces basically reflects where the piece was taken. Kind of maybe a little incentive to you'll be able to Google it. You'll be able to kind of research it, see where I was, and that's I don't know, vibe with it. There's something for everyone in this collection. Some nice destinations. Some are more subtle than not. So again, I think something for everyone. If you're into the more exotic locations, if you're into the more laid back locations, I think there's something for everyone. And see where I was. You'll see that all the pieces have a similar style when they come out. It'll be nice to maybe display them all together one day. Again, we'll see. But something for everyone. Yeah, if you're into the more exotic locations, if you're into the more laid back locations, I think there's something for everyone. And see where I was. And like what I would love to do is I would just love to go around to everybody like in the next couple days and maybe just get like a little like few sentences description about what their project is, and I'd love to just give them some awareness on the Twitter timeline. So that's something I can do easy to bring awareness to the pieces. And like what I would love to do is to our art shop like in the next couple days and maybe just get like a little like few sentences description about what their project is, and I'd love to just give them some. Does anyone want to go next? Some awareness on the 3113. So did we cover this piece yet? To bring awareness to the pieces. And
I
like
think
what
I
I would
spoke
love to
about
do
it
is
before in one of the other
to art
spaces,
shop
but maybe not everyone
in the next couple
was
days and maybe
there.
just get like a little like few
I
sentences.
can
Go again,
see
please.
that.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's currently a part of the collection that I've put
Does anyone
together.
want to go next?
However, it's kind of like a prelude to a future collection that I will be releasing, and it's all really, I think I spoke the overall arching project that I'm working on, which is like, I guess my life's work, is called Purity, and it's just about capturing raw, honest moments of people and it's kind of like expression, and I guess just a bit of them, trying to capture people's stories in one photo. So a lot of it is based around like style in fashion. So what you generally see is what I tend to gravitate to in terms of style. And a lot of the photos, it's kind of a mix. I'm currently deciding how to actually theme and I guess release. So a lot of the next pieces that I want to put out, because a lot of the pieces are, some of them are my friends who are artists as well. So there is this also theme of like documentation, and I feel like when something I've come to realize is we always hear these stories about people, and we're inspired by or we look up to, whether that be artists, whether that be people that are some of them are my friends who are entertainers, or just people around us. But for us to be able to look back and see these stories, whether that be videos, whether that be photos, whether that be, I guess, even maybe audio clips, there has to be someone there to document it. So I've kind of taken the time to be that person around people around my circle of friends and artists who goes about documenting what is going on. See these stories, whether that be videos, whether that be photos, whether that be.
It's great. It's fantastic. And like, besides the story, I just love the shot, the green, the outfit, the purple do-rag. It just pops. And I don't know, just photo tells 1,000 words. They can just look and see the vibe there and be like, it's great. It's fantastic. And
I guess
like,
another
besides
element
the
to it as
story, I
well
just
is
love the shot, the green, the outfit, the purple do-rag. It just pops.
Basically he
And
realized when he takes photos that people,
I don't know, just
they're not always
photo tells 1,000 words. They can just
first,
look and see the vibe there and be like,
job is to maybe be
it's
patient
great.
and
It's
wait
fantastic.
for
And
your I guess
like,
another element
besides the
to be
story, I
comfortable.
just love
However,
the
also
shot,
building a rapport, having a
the
conversation
green,
opens people
the
up.
outfit,
So
the purple
when
do-rag. It
you
just
build
pops.
that, even
And
when you're working with,
I don't know,
close
just
friends or family,
photo tells 1,000
when you
words.
put
They
a
can
camera in
just
front of
look
someone,
and see
it kind
the
of
vibe there and be
automatically
like,
changes their
it's great. It's
posture, their stance,
fantastic.
because
And
of that awareness. But
like,
over time,
besides the
or
story,
the
I
more
just love the
comfortable you
shot,
make the person or they are with you, the more
green,
rapport you build with people
the
up, the
outfit,
more you're able to,
the purple
bring out their
do-rag. It
true,
just
authentic
pops.
character and personality
I don't know,
through photography. So
photo tells 1,000
that's
words. They can just
another,
look and
I guess,
see
beauty
the vibe there and be
automatically
like,
being able to
it's great. It's
posture their
fantastic.
stance, because
And
document people you're close
like,
over time,
besides the story,
or the
I
more
just love the
comfortable you
shot,
make the person or they are with you, the more
green,
rapport you build with people
the
up, the
outfit,
more you're able
It
to
really is a lovely
bring out their
photograph.
true, authentic
And
character
I remember seeing
and
it like one of the
personality through
centerpieces, right, in your room,
photography.
and definitely
That's
well chosen.
another,
This one really does
I
stand out.
guess, kind of automatically being able to posture their stance. Thank you. I appreciate that. People you're close over time, or the more comfortable you make the person or they are with you, the more rapport you build with people up.
5459.
It
You
really
want
is a
to go over
lovely photograph.
to
And
GM?
I remember seeing it like one of the
Yeah, sure.
centerpieces,
Okay.
right, in
So
your
this
room,
one,
and definitely
coffee
well
cup,
chosen. This
another,
one really does stand out.
rainbow swirls, I guess, in it.
being able
But I just had
thank
to
you. I
make
appreciate
something
that.
really quick after my piece got bought yesterday. And yesterday was the first time I entered the GM coffee.
5459. You want to go
Right,
over
so
to
I just
to
fed
GM?
Dali to a prompt.
Yeah,
And it was
sure.
something
Okay.
like
So this one,
definitely
coffee cup,
another
this
universe
one really does
inside
stand
a
out.
coffee cup,
Rainbow
something like
swirls, I
that.
guess,
And
in
it
it.
spit out a couple of but just I just added that, and one of them really caught my eye. It was kind of it looked kind of like a sunset or something inside the coffee cup. Yesterday was the first time I entered the gym, and then I went and just found a photo of a nice looking coffee cup because the one that Dale 2 spit out is pretty rubbish. And then just kind of combined the colors right of rainbow, something like that, and it spit out. Yeah, so this is GM01, and maybe I'll make a series of kind of coffee cup studies or something, and feed Dale 2 a couple of different, and then I went and just found a photo. But yeah, this I don't have like a pre-established collection. The one that Dale 2 spit out is just pretty rubbish on the spot made, and then just kind of. Yeah, I'm excited to keep collaborating with Dale 2 and other AI algorithms, and maybe I'll make a series of.
Yeah, but I just like also too how part of the story is like you sold your first piece like so quickly and you had to scramble to like make this. It's like it's like part of the story, right? It's so that's great, excellent. And just let us know. I haven't fooled around yet with Dolly too. I want to. I think it's interesting. Yeah, but I just like also too. I want to learn how to best like probably play with it and use it. I don't know what that is yet. So you had to scramble to like make this. 5459. I'll be reaching out.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's great.
Okay, let's see.
Let us
I
know.
noted in
I
here.
haven't fooled around yet with Dolly too. Rose Jade. I want to. I think it's interesting. You've been inspired again. You've got the brushes out. Learn how to best like probably play with it and use it. I don't know what that is yet. So
I think I shared with you that day.
5459. I'll be
Yeah, absolutely.
right. And I told you when the art flows, right? You just gotta keep it going with it. Rose Jade. I want to. I think it's interesting. You've been inspired again. You've got the brushes out. Learn how to best like probably play with it and use it. I don't know what that is yet. So 5459. I'll be right. And I told you when the art flows, right? You just gotta keep it going with it. Rose Jade. I want to. I think it's interesting. You've been inspired again. You've got the brushes out. Learn how to best like probably play with it and use it. I don't know what that is yet. So what kind of technique was used there? Was that did you take a photo of the actual physical? Was that a physical to start? Keep it going with it.
No photos.
Rose Jade. No, all digital.
Oh no.
You've been inspired again. All paint. Watercolor on paper. That's amazing. And then so like what is that process? How did we go digital with it? Do you like scan it? Like how do you
of the actual physical?
was that a physical to
Trying to
start?
get to the right resolution that I wanted, and the
Right.
watercolor I happened to use
No,
had a
all
little bit of
digital.
metallic. Oh no, shimmer.
All paint.
And so yeah, I
Watercolor
tried
on
scanning
paper.
it.
That's
It was kind of
amazing.
flat
And then
like
so like
scanned it.
what is that
So
process?
just trying to find the right
How do we
lighting.
go digital
And
with
you
it?
zoom in, you'll see like little teeny tiny specks.
Do you
Actually from
like
the shimmer
scan it? Like how do
of
you
the metallic. I took a variety of tactical
was that a
photos. It turned
physical
out
to
well
start?
to the right resolution that I wanted.
Turned
And
out
the
great.
watercolor I happened to use had a
All
little bit of
digital.
metallic. Oh no, shimmer.
All paint.
And so yeah, I
Watercolor
tried
on
scanning
paper.
it. It
That's
was kind of
amazing.
flat
And then
like
so like
scanned it.
what is that
So
process? How
just
did
trying
we
to find
And
the
then
right lighting.
waking up this morning,
Zoom in, you'll see
seeing
like
the
little
logo,
teeny
how'd
tiny
you feel
specks.
about it?
Actually from the shimmer
Scan it? Like how do
of
you
the metallic. I took a variety of tactical photos. It turned out well to
I
the
mean,
right
I liked
resolution
it.
that I wanted.
Turned
And
out
the
great. Yeah,
watercolor I
me
happened to
too.
use
You
had
know,
a little bit
sometimes
of
how
metallic.
you like work on stuff and then you sleep on it and then you look at it and you're like,
Yeah, I tried scanning it.
I
It was kind
woke
of
up
flat
today and I
like
was like,
scanned it.
that's great.
Just trying to find
And
the
then
right
Yeah,
lighting.
waking
it was
up this
good.
morning,
Zoom in, you'll see
seeing
like
the
little
logo,
teeny
how'd you
tiny
feel
specks.
about it?
Actually from the shimmer
Scan it? Like how do
of
you
the metallic. I took a variety of
Oh,
tactical
I
photos.
know
It
if
turned out
something's
well to the
good or
right
shit
resolution
real
that I
fast.
wanted.
Turned
And
out
the
great. Yeah,
watercolor I
me
happened to
too.
use
Because
had a
You know,
little bit of
sometimes
I
how
mean, we
metallic.
went through like
you
14
like work on
versions
stuff and
yesterday.
then you sleep on it and then you look at it and you're like,
Yeah, I tried scanning it.
I
It was
woke
kind of
up
flat
today and
like
I was like,
scanned it.
that's great.
Just trying to find
And
the
then
right
Yeah,
lighting.
it
waking
was
up
good.
this morning,
I got
seeing the
actually quite a
logo,
bit of
how'd you feel
compliments
about
on
it?
it, like DMs
From
and
the
stuff.
shimmer
How do you
of the metallic. I took
Dev
a
liked it
variety
as
of
Oh,
well.
tactical
I know
photos.
if
It turned out
something's
well
I
to the
good
think
or
right
shit
it's,
real
resolution that I
fast.
you
wanted.
know,
turned out great. Yeah,
for
me
that
too.
for that
Sometimes
logo,
I
we
mean, we
went
went
through
through
like
like
that's like
14
on
like work on
Twitter
versions
stuff
should
and
just
then
yesterday.
be
you
easily
sleep on it and then you
recognizable.
look at it and you're
So
like,
you know the point was that like
I
if
woke up
someone has
today and I
seen
was
a
like,
B
that's
card
great.
before,
Just trying to find
they quickly know that that's our Twitter account because it's like basically just the absolute essence of a B card.
I know someone's
And
good or
it's
shit.
also because there's so many people in B card, we didn't want to like isolate by using a specific name. So
the point was
just
like
better to have
someone
no
who's seen a
test.
B card before, they quickly know that that's our Twitter account because
Also something
it's
like
like
that,
basically just the absolute essence of a B card.
we could probably
something
I'll
and
probably
it's
eventually make
also
it into an
because
SVG file, so
for
it's like
that
infinite
so
scaling.
many people in B card, we didn't want to like
The
isolate
advantage
by
of
using a
that is
specific name.
more so than
point was
scaling
like
it big, is
someone who's
scaling
seen
it
a B card
small for
before,
like
they
like a
quickly know that
miniature
that's
logo
our
and
Twitter
like
account
inside like
because
text
also
or
something like
whatever,
that,
or
basically
next to
just the
text or like on a
absolute essence
letterhead
of
or
a B
something
card.
like
We
that.
could
Because
probably
then if we have like a logo, we could like we live with this for like a month, then we can put it on other B card stuff. The advantage of that is more so than scaling it big, is scaling it small for like like a
and
miniature
obviously like
logo and
the
like
color could
inside
change,
like
like you could make
text
it
or whatever,
black on white
or next to
as
text or
well.
like on a letterhead or
Yeah,
something like
happy
that.
to
Because then
put it in
if we have like a
probably
logo, we
make
could
it
like if we live with this
Yeah,
for like a
I might
month,
have
then
to
we can put
actually
it
throw
on
your
other
B
B
card
card
up now.
stuff.
You
The
do
advantage of
have some
that
art in
is
here. So
more so than scaling
yeah.
it big, is scaling it small for like like
not
a
for
And
sale
miniature
though.
obviously like
We
logo
we
the
don't sell the
color could
logo.
change, like you could make it black on white
or next to
as
text or
well.
like on a letterhead or
Yeah,
something like
happy
that.
to
Because then
put it in
if we have like a
probably
logo, we could like if we live with this
Yeah,
for like a
I
month,
might have
then we
to
can put
actually
it
throw
on
your
other
B
B
card
card
up now.
stuff.
You
The
do
advantage
have
of
some
that
art in
is
here. So
more so than scaling
yeah.
it big, is scaling it small for like like a
Yeah, I
miniature
guess
logo
actually
we
this is
don't
a good
sell
and
the
like
question to
logo.
ask.
text,
So,
like to make it
would
black on
someone
white
be
or
allowed to
next to
sell stuff
text
in
or like on
here,
a letterhead or
yeah, happy
at like
to
much
lower
put
price
it,
points,
if we
maybe
have like
like
a
in
logo, we could
edition
like
format on
we
Polygon,
yeah, I
because
might have to actually throw your B card up
there
now.
might be a place for that as
You do
well.
have some art
Not
in
saying
here.
anyone would
So
want to do that, but
yeah,
having that option to sell like an edition for like, you know,
yeah,
I don't know,
we
like
don't sell the
point
logo.
oh oh 05 ETH or something like that. Yeah, happy to lower price
Yeah, I'm
points,
down with
maybe
it.
like
Listen,
in
I
edition
think the
format on
whole
Polygon, because
gist of it right now is we're
there
definitely want to
might be a
keep
place
that
for that as
like
well.
we're
Not
not
saying
going to
anyone would
tell
want to do
exactly
that, but
everyone what to list
having
at,
that
but like
option to
we like
sell
to
like an
keep it like
edition for
point
like,
one maybe
know,
and below. Maybe if we want
I
to go
don't
up to
know,
point two and explore the
point
market.
oh 05 ETH or something
We'll
like that.
just try to keep it like
Yeah,
like those kind of expectations. I mean,
gist of it
Rose
right
Jade had
now
some
is we're
questions,
definitely
and
want
I
to
think
keep that like
we just want
not
everyone
saying
to
tell
be.
exactly everyone what to
We
list
want people
at,
to
but
come in
like
the
we like
shop,
to keep
and
it
we
like
want
point
like some.
one maybe
We want
and below, maybe if we want to go
things
up
to
to point
trade,
two and
right? We
explore the
want
market.
new items on the wall,
05
and
we'll just try to keep it
an
like,
easier way to do that is keeping it
like
the
those
culture
kind of
attainable,
expectations,
keeping
you know,
prices a
I
little
mean,
bit lower. But
Rose Jade
yeah,
had
if
some
you
questions,
additions,
I think
Polygon,
we
right?
just
You have
want
your
everyone
you have your piece up.
we want
and
people to come in the shop,
it's on
and we want
Polygon and
like
it's
some
additions, right?
we want
Below,
that'd
maybe
be
great
things to
for as long as
trade,
you want to
right?
hold
We
it up.
want
So you just talk to me
new
about
items on the wall,
that.
and
We'll just try to keep
yeah,
an
because
easier
I
way to
do
do
think
that is
that's
keeping it the culture
another
attainable,
avenue people
keeping
can
prices
consider
a little bit lower. But yeah, if you additions, Polygon, right? You have your piece up.
we want people to come in the
and
shop.
it's on
I'm
Polygon
looking
and it's
like no one
additions,
actually
right?
has theirs listed, so that's
That'd be great for as long as you
the
want to
stuff.
hold it up. So you just talk
I
to me
haven't
about
I
items
haven't
on the
even
wall.
like made the
And
announcement about
yeah,
my
because I
project
do
yet.
think
I was
that's
just like
waiting to drop
another
things. So,
avenue people
I
can
mean, the
consider
easy
as
thing to
well,
do,
but
yeah, from what I've seen so far is if you do have it like listed on OpenSea, right? I mean,
so
that's how
I'm looking like no one actually has theirs
5459s
listed, so
and
that's great
CGs
stuff.
sold.
I haven't, yeah, I guess one other point because we were like because metaverse, right? And we can kind of play with some of those things. The reason I suggested the price list
the easy thing
is
to
like this
do,
concept
from what
that
I've seen
we
so
could
far,
pay
is if you do
for
have
the
it like
art,
listed on
like,
OpenSea,
and then
right?
in a
I mean,
separate
that's how
transaction receive the art. And the
five four
reason
five
that would
nines
maybe make
and
sense is
CGs sold.
on a one-off it might
But
not matter, but like one other point because we were like that could matter in the context of
the reason I suggest no transaction fees into being like true like metaverse, we're not even using like OpenSea. I mean, you could use OpenSea, of course, to transfer, but in a separate transaction receipt, just the concept. So if anyone, that's why I was saying like on a one-off create a price list, and then the people could just get, people could buy it on OpenSea if they want, or you could just have it exclusively listed in the metaverse. I would say up to you.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. I think it's up to the artist, whatever the artist feels comfortable with. I love the idea of exploring this sort of peer-to-peer
I mean, I'll make this
transaction.
thing right now and create a price list, and then do people have get prices?
Yeah.
So what is everyone's price? Are you guys exclusively listed in the metaverse one and below, or what's the deal?
Yeah, I'm keeping
I
around
know
3113.
3113.
Yeah, exactly. I think
I
agree with you. I think it's up to for my pieces feels comfortable with. I love the idea of exploring this point one sort of peer-to-peer.
I mean, I'll make this thing right now and create a price. Okay. Do people have? What about you, Rose?
Yeah.
So what is everyone's price? Are you guys exclusively listed in the metaverse one and below, or what's the deal? Okay.
Yeah, I'm keeping around.
I know 3113. What about you, CG?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's up to for my pieces.
Okay. What about you?
I love the idea of exploring this point one sort of peer.
I was gonna
I'll
do
make
like
this
0.05459, but now that everyone
What
else is
about
doing
you,
0.1, maybe I should do 0.1 as well.
So what is everyone's price? Are you guys exclusively? I guarantee you'll sell more if you keep it at 0.05.
Yeah, I'm keeping around.
I know 3113. What about you, CG?
0.05459 then.
Yeah, okay. What about you? That makes more sense.
I was gonna do like 0.05459, but
CG.
now that everyone else is doing 0.1, maybe I should do 0.1
Who
as
else
well.
is in there? Did you talk to?
3113. I can talk to 2375.
What about you?
I can DM him.
0.05459 then.
Yeah, okay. What about you? That makes
3113. Was there something you felt
I was gonna
comfortable
do like
listing this at?
0.05459, but
CG.
now that everyone else is
So I
doing
think
0.1, maybe I should do
I'm not
0.1.
Who
sure
else is in
if
there?
8 still
Did you talk
wants
to?
this piece, but he
3113.
originally reached out saying that
I can talk to 2375.
Yeah, I mean, why don't we talk
I can DM
separately,
him.
because I thought you were gonna do it as part of like a bigger collection or something.
3113. Was there
So this one I've
something
put
you felt
together in
comfortable
this
listing
specific
this
collection
at?
separately. There will be, so I think basically others like this in a more ongoing series, and I think we spoke about doing something actually similar to what
Yeah, I
WDM
mean,
is.
why don't
So
we talk
maybe
separately, because I thought you
releasing
were gonna
piece
do
by
it as
piece,
part
but
of like
overall
a
the collection
bigger
may be like
collection
between
or something.
like
3113.
30
Was there
to like so this one
something
50
you felt
pieces
comfortable
instead of
listing
just
this
like bombarding everyone with everything at once, basically having something slow released to it. There's no real rush to it. I guess it also mirrors doing something actually similar to what my process in taking the photos, the fact of taking them in piece by piece, that process, that fluidity and kind of come to you and kind of just overlap. So yeah, I'm not in a rush to be honest. But yeah, we can do this one with everything at once, basically having something doing there's no real rush to it. I guess it also mirrors doing something actually similar to what my process in taking the photos, the fact of taking them in piece by piece, that process, that fluidity and kind of come to you and kind of just overlap. So yeah, I'm not in a rush to be honest. But yeah, we can.
And then I'll
do
talk
this
to
one
Melted Minds.
There's no real rush to it. I guess it also mirrors doing something actually similar to
And so
what
I just
I mean,
just
why
got
don't we
settled
talk
in here. I got the job in July. I
that
signed into the
process,
Bcard station
fluidity
on
kind of
onsite.
come to you and kind of just overlap. So yeah,
Is
I'm
there
not
anyone
in
in
a rush
here?
to be honest.
So can you
And then I'll
direct
talk
me
to
to
Melted
something cool, or you, or
Melted
the
Minds.
rest of you?
Can someone help him?
I guess it also mirrors doing something actually similar to
And so I
Hey,
just
yeah, I mean, I don't know about
got
other
settled
people,
in
but
here. I
I'm
got
in
the
the
job in
Bcard
July.
art gallery,
I
actually.
signed into
So
the
in the
Bcard station
URL, I
on
just, it's
onsite.
onsite.io/Bcard art.
Is there anyone
And
in
then I
here?
just do question mark from
So can
equals
you
And then I'll
station.
talk
direct me
to
to
Melted
something cool, or you, or
Melted
the
Minds.
rest of you?
Can someone help him?
I guess it also mirrors doing something actually similar to
And so I
Hey,
just
yeah, I mean, I don't know
got
about other
settled
people,
in
but
here. I
I'm
got
in
the
the
job in
Bcard
July.
art gallery,
I
actually.
signed into
So
the
in the
Bcard station.
URL, I just, it's
So
onsite.io/Bcard art.
Bcard/art. Is there anyone
And then
in
I just do
this
question mark
station?
from
So can
equals
you
station.
We're actually
I
just
mean,
in Bcard art.
something cool,
Everyone
or
else
you,
is
or
in
the
Bcard
rest
art,
of you?
not station.
can someone help him?
Oh, okay. Let me get out of station then. Hey, yeah. I mean, I don't know about other people, but I'm in the Bcard art gallery actually.
Okay,
So
cool.
in the URL, I just it's on Cyber.io/bcard.art, and then I just do question mark from equals station.
We're actually
I
just
mean,
in Bcard art. Everyone else is in Bcard art, not station.
Oh, okay. Let me get out of station then. Hey, yeah. I mean, I don't know about other people, but I'm in the Bcard art gallery actually.
So
So
for
in the URL, I just it's
bcards on
Cyber.io/bcard.art,
cyber.io/bcard/art.
and I just do question mark from equals
We're actually
/bcard
just
art.
in Bcard art.
Yep.
Everyone else is in
I
Bcard
pinned
art,
WDM's
not
announcement at the
station.
top there.
Oh,
You should
okay.
see the
Let
link.
me get out of station then.
Awesome.
Hey,
Thank
yeah.
you
I
so
mean,
much.
I don't know about other people, but I'm in the Bcard art gallery actually.
So
So
for
in the URL, I just it's
bcards/on
Cyber.io/bcard.art,
cyber.io/bcard/art. Success. I'm here. Cool. Thank you, everybody.
slash
We're actually
bcard
just
art.
in Bcard art.
Yep.
Everyone else is in
I
Bcard
pinned
art,
WDM's
not
announcement at
station.
the top there.
Oh,
You should
okay.
see the
Let
link.
me get out of station then.
Awesome.
Hey,
Thank
yeah.
you
I
so
mean,
much.
I don't know about other people, but I'm in the Bcard art gallery actually.
So
So
for
in the URL, I just it's
bcards/on
Cyber.io/bcard.art,
cyber.io/bcard/art. Success. I'm here. Cool. Thank you, everybody.
slash
We're actually
bcard
just
art.
in Bcard art.
Yep.
Everyone else is in
I
Bcard
pinned
art,
WDM's
not
announcement at
station.
the top there.
Oh,
You should
okay.
see the
Let
link.
me get out of station then.
Awesome.
Hey,
Thank
yeah.
you
I
so
mean,
much.
I don't know about other people, but I'm in the Bcard art gallery actually.
So
So
for
in the URL, I just it's
bcards/on
Cyber.io/bcard.art,
cyber.io/bcard/art. Success. I'm here. Cool. Thank you, everybody.
slash
We're actually
bcard
just
art.
in Bcard art.
Yep.
Everyone else is in
I
Bcard
pinned
art,
WDM's
not
announcement at
station.
the top there.
Oh,
You should
okay.
see the
Let
link.
me get out of station then.
Awesome.
Hey,
Thank
yeah.
you
I
so
mean,
much.
I don't know about other people, but I'm in the Bcard art gallery actually.
So
So
for
in the URL, I just it's
bcards/on
Cyber.io/bcard.art,
cyber.io/bcard/art. Success. I'm here. Cool. Thank you, everybody.
slash
We're actually
bcard
just
art.
in Bcard art.
Yep.
Everyone else is in
I
Bcard
pinned
art,
WDM's
not
announcement at
station.
the top there.
Oh,
You should
okay.
see the
Let
link.
me get out of station then.
Awesome.
Hey,
Thank
yeah.
you
I
so
mean,
much.
I don't know about other people, but I'm in the Bcard art gallery actually.
So
So
for
in the URL, I just it's
bcards/on cyber.io/bcard/art. Success. I'm here. Cool. Thank you, everybody.
slash
We're actually
bcard
just
art.
in Bcard art.
Yep.
Everyone else is in
I
Bcard
pinned
art,
WDM's
not
announcement at
station.
the top there.
Oh,
You should
okay.
see the
Let
link.
me get out of station then.
Awesome.
Hey,
Thank
yeah.
you
I
so
mean,
much.
I don't know about other people, but I'm in the Bcard art gallery
So
actually. So
for
in the URL, I just it's
bcards/on cyber.io/bcard/art. Success. I'm here. Cool. Thank you, everybody.
slash
We're actually
bcard
just in
art.
Bcard art.
Yep.
Everyone else is in
I
Bcard
pinned
art,
WDM's
not
announcement at
station.
the top there.
Oh,
You should
okay.
see the
Let
link.
me get out of station then.
Awesome.
Hey,
Thank
yeah.
you
I
so
mean,
much.
I don't know about other people, but I'm in the Bcard art gallery
So
actually. So
for
in the URL, I just it's
bcards/on cyber.io/bcard/art. Success. I'm here. Cool. Thank you, everybody.
slash
We're actually
bcard
just in
art.
Bcard art.
Yep.
Everyone else is in
I
Bcard
pinned
art,
WDM's
not
announcement at
station.
the top there.
Oh,
You should
okay.
see the
Let
link.
me get out of station then.
Awesome.
Hey,
Thank
yeah.
you
I
so
mean,
much.
I don't know about other people, but I'm in the Bcard art gallery
So
actually. So
for
in the URL, I just it's
bcards/on cyber.io/bcard/art. Success. I'm here. Cool. Thank you, everybody.
slash
We're actually
bcard
just in
art.
Bcard art.
Yep.
Everyone else is in
I
Bcard
pinned
art,
WDM's
not
announcement at
station.
the top there.
Oh,
You should
okay.
see the
Let
link.
me get out of station then.
Awesome.
Hey,
Thank
yeah.
you
I
so
mean,
much.
I don't know about other people, but I'm in the Bcard art gallery
So
actually. So
for
in the URL, I just it's
bcards/on cyber.io/bcard/art. Success. I'm here. Cool. Thank you, everybody.
slash
We're actually
bcard
just in
art.
Bcard art.
Yep.
Everyone else is in
I
Bcard art,
pinned WDM's
not
announcement
station.
at the top there.
Oh,
You should
okay.
see the
Let
link.
me get out of station then.
Awesome.
Hey,
Thank
yeah.
you
I
so
mean,
much.
I don't know about other
Sure
people,
thing.
but I'm in the Bcard art gallery
So
actually.
for
So in the URL, I just it's
bcards/on cyber.io/bcard/art. Success. I'm here. Cool. Thank you, everybody.
slash
We're actually
bcard
just in
art.
Bcard art. Everyone else is in
I
Bcard art,
pinned WDM's
not
announcement at
station.
the top there.
Oh,
You should
okay.
see the
Let
link.
me get out of station then. WDM, are you always going to man the station from just Bcard art or the from station? Oh, never mind. He's not even here anymore.
We're actually just in
Bcard art.
here's like another style of sales that we could go with.
WDM,
like,
are you always
you
going
know,
to
you
man
could,
the
if you
station
have a
from
price
just
list, you could
Bcard
just
art
send it to the
or
person's
the front
address.
station?
So,
Oh,
I mean,
never mind. He's not even here anymore.
give me like a few minutes. If you guys don't want to mind waiting, I'm gonna do a quick little price menu
Here's
that
like
I think is
another
pretty
style
class,
of
pretty
sales
nice
that we could
looking.
go with.
WDM,
like,
are you always
you
going
know,
to
you
man the
everyone.
if you
station
have a
from
price
just
list, you
Bcard
could
art
5459,
or
does yours have a
the
series
front
address?
station?
So,
No, I don't think so.
I
Oh,
mean,
never mind. He's not even here anymore.
okay. Give me like a few minutes. If you guys don't want to mind waiting, I'm gonna do a quick little price menu
Here's
that
like
I think is
another
pretty
style
class,
of
pretty
sales
nice
that we
looking.
could go with.
WDM,
like,
are you always
you
going to
know,
man the
if you
station
have a
from
price
just
list, you could
Bcard
just
art
send it to
5459,
the
does
I mean,
yours
another
have a
option
series
is
address?
that
So,
everyone,
no, I don't think so.
which I think is reasonable,
never
unless
mind.
there's
He's
like
not
a
even here
specific
anymore.
reason.
Okay.
You know, give me like a few
That
minutes.
yours would be
if you guys
meaningfully
don't want to
higher or
mind
something.
waiting, I'm gonna
Maybe everyone does
do a
just
quick
go,
little price
you know,
menu that I think
with
is
the
pretty
same point
class,
one to keep
pretty
it
nice
super
looking.
simple for people. You know,
WDM,
that's
are
another
you always going to man the
option.
If you have a
station from
price
just
list, you could
Bcard
just
art
send it
or
to
To you
the
guys, but
front
address.
station?
So
it would make it
everyone,
pretty simple.
No, I don't think so.
which I think is reasonable, unless
Yeah, I'm
there's
okay
like a
with
specific
normalizing
reason.
to point one,
You know, give me
especially
like a
because
few
I
That
don't
yours
minutes.
would
think
be
I don't have enough
You guys don't
time.
want
I
to
think
higher or
mind
something.
to keep making
Maybe
stuff
everyone
if I
does just
make
go,
mine too low.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, why not just keep it
I don't know. I think
super
normalizing
simple
to
for people?
one
You know, that's
would
another
definitely have
option.
if you have a price
Some
list, you
value,
another
guys, but
option
just to
is
keep it
that
would make it
everyone,
pretty simple.
No, I don't think so.
which I think is reasonable, unless
Yeah, I'm
I'm
there's like
okay
down.
a
with
I'm in.
specific
normalizing
reason.
to point one,
You know,
especially
Okay,
because I
so
don't think
you'll
I
see
don't have
why
enough
in one
time. I
second
think
why
to keep
it
making
makes
stuff if
sense.
I make mine too low.
But let me
I mean, why not just
one to keep it
I don't know. I think
super
normalizing
simple
to
for people.
one
You know, that's
can
another
definitely have.
was there anyone
option.
else that had
Some
one? I have
value,
3
guys,
people
but
so far,
just
but
to
if
keep it
there would make
a
it
fourth
simple.
price,
No, I don't
That
think
would be
so.
helpful.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
okay
down.
with
I'm in.
normalizing to point one, especially
Okay,
because I
so
don't think
you'll
I
see
don't
Yeah,
have
I do
why
enough
in
agree
one
time.
that
I
second
think
why
I
to
guess
keep
going
making
it
forward,
stuff
makes
if
having
I
like
sense.
make
a
mine too low.
But
something
let me
uniform price that's like one, it means that people can select pieces
was
that
there anyone else
they
that
feel
had
that fall
one?
into that
I
category.
have 3
And
people so
also,
far, but
if
if
people
there
already
would
have
make a
pieces
fourth
that they
price,
believe
that would be
are
helpful.
that, that
Yeah,
value,
I'm
I'm
then
okay
down.
with
it makes
I'm
it
in.
normalizing
easier.
to point one, especially
Okay,
because I
so
don't think
you'll
I
see
don't
Yeah, I
have
do
why
enough
in one
agree
time.
that
I think
second why
I
to
guess
keep
going
making
forward,
stuff if
having
I
like
make
a
mine too low.
but
something
let me
uniform price
I mean,
that's
why
like
not just
one,
keep it
it means that people can select pieces
was
that
there anyone else? What about
they feel that fall
CG?
into that category.
He's here.
And
Let's
also,
just see
if
if we
people
can
already
get
have
him to
pieces
confirm.
that they believe are that,
So
that
okay, I
value,
got
Yeah, I'm
I'm
yours
okay
down.
there
with
as
makes
I'm
it
in.
well.
normalizing
easier.
to point one, especially
Okay,
because
so
I don't think
you'll
I
see
don't
Yeah, I
have
do
why
enough
in
agree
time.
that
I think
I
to
guess
keep
going
making
forward,
stuff if
having
I
like
make
a
mine too low.
but
something
let me
uniform price that's like one, it means that people can select pieces
was
that
there anyone else? What about
they feel that fall
CG?
into that category.
He's here.
And
Let's
also,
just see
if
if we
people
can
already
get
have
him to
pieces
confirm.
that they believe are that,
So
that
okay, I
value,
got
I'm
yours
down.
there
it
as
makes
I'm
it
in.
well.
easier.
I'm just gonna throw his in it,
Because
this
I
model.
don't have enough time.
I
I'll
guess
see what
going
he
forward, having like a
I
did as
was
last.
talking with Melted last night actually, and he told me that
people can
he
select
wanted
pieces
to
What about
they feel that fall
CG?
into that
sell his
category.
piece
He's here.
at
Let's just see if we can get him to confirm.
.025.
So
That
okay, I
value,
got yours
I'm down.
there as
I'm
well.
in.
normalizing to point one,
I'm just gonna throw his
Point
in
zero
it,
two
this
five.
model.
Mhm.
I'll see what so should I just make his that
I
as
was
last?
yep
And
talking
what was
with
his number?
Melted last night actually, and he told
His
me that
number is
he wanted
6343.
to
What about
Okay.
CG?
sell
Okay, so
his
I'm gonna basically
piece
do a
at
menu, and you'll see exactly what I'm doing.
.025.
So okay, I got yours.
God, finally back. I rugged so hard
I'm just
on
gonna
Cyber
throw
and
his
Anywhere at the same
0.025
time.
model.
Mhm.
Okay,
There he
so
is.
should I just make his
I
CG?
was
What's your
yep
is
talking
yours
with
that
Melted last
7.7
night
or
actually, and he
Yup,
told
His
me that
number
or
is
0.743 or
yeah, yeah, yeah.
0.0777.
sell
Okay,
his
so I'm gonna basically
piece
do a
at
menu. If you guys give me maybe another 3 minutes or 5 minutes, I'm gonna
.025.
have I think a pretty
God, finally back. back. I
decent looking
rubbed so hard
manufacturer.
on cyber and
Point
at the
zero
same
two five
time.
model.
Okay,
There
he
so
is.
should I just make his CG? What's your
Yep.
is yours at 7.7 or
Yep.
His number
Or
is
0.777 or
Yeah.
0.0777.
Okay, so I'm gonna basically do a okay. If you guys give me maybe another 3 minutes or 5 minutes, I'm gonna have I think a pretty
God, finally back. I
decent looking
rubbed so hard
manufacturer.
on cyber and
Point
at the
zero
same
two five
time.
model. Okay,
There
so
he
should
is.
I just make his CG? What's your
Yep.
What was that, 7 or?
Yep.
His number
Or
is
0.747 or
Yeah.
0.0777.
Okay, so I'm gonna basically do a okay. If you guys give me maybe another 3 minutes or 5 minutes, I'm gonna have I think a pretty.
God, finally,
WDM, are you going to just man the Bcard art shop from just the plain URL, or are you going to do it from station?
What was that, 7 or?
Yep.
I don't know. I haven't thought about that yet.
0.0777.
Okay, so
Have
I'm
we
gonna
decided what we're doing with
if you guys
GM
give me
Coffee?
maybe another 3 minutes or 5 minutes, I'm gonna have I think a pretty.
Yeah, I think what
Finally,
we're going to do is are you going to just man the Bcard art shop from just the plain URL, or are you going to
Except
do it
there's
from
like
station?
maybe like is upper limit. I don't know.
I don't know.
Whatever you guys
I
want.
haven't thought about that yet.
At least have many things be around there.
Have we decided what we're
Yes,
doing
absolutely.
with GM Coffee? Wait, 5459. What question did you ask again?
Are you going to just are you going to keep your URL to Bcard art, or are you going to
Except
do it
there's
from station?
maybe like
And that's what I was asking.
limit. I
What
don't
did we
know. Whatever you
decide
guys
with
want.
our
I haven't
room,
thought
the
At
GM
least
Coffee
have
room?
many things
Did
be
we?
around there.
Are we just gonna go through GM Coffee because that's the best for mobile? 5459. What question did you ask? I mean, I think eight has already
Are you going to keep
put a
your
portal
URL
in station.
to Bcard art, or are you going to
Except
do it
there's
from station?
maybe like
And that's what I was asking.
limit.
What did we
I haven't
decide
thought
with
about
our
that
room,
yet,
the GM
actually.
Coffee room?
Many things
Did
be
we?
around there.
Are we just gonna go through GM Coffee because that's the best for mobile? 5459. What question did you ask? I mean, I think eight has already put a portal in station.
Bcard art, or are you going to
Except
do it
there's
from station?
maybe like
And that's what I was asking. What
CG,
did we
are you there?
decide with our room, the GM Coffee room?
Yep, I'm here.
Did we? Are we just gonna go through GM Coffee because
So your
that's the
thing is
best for
SMART.
mobile?
Is that the name of it?
What question did you ask? I mean,
So
I
it's
think
the
eight's
Genesis
already
is the
put a
collection
portal
name.
in
That's
What's the
station.
SMART thing mean?
So that's like the I guess
That's what I was
the
asking.
grouping
So
name.
CG, are you there?
decide with our room,
So is
the
that part of
GM
the name?
Coffee room.
Yep, I'm here.
Did we?
Yeah,
Are we
that's
just
fine.
gonna go through GM Coffee because
So your
that's
thing
the
Because
is
I think it was with me making the like I wasn't sure if I was gonna put like that it was me, but then I was like, oh, we kind of have to. So it's the Genesis is the collection name. But yes,
What's
no,
the
so you can do that and then just do
SMART
Genesis. So that's like the I guess the grouping
CG,
name.
are you there?
decide with our room,
So is
the
that part of
GM
the name?
Coffee room.
Yep, I'm here.
Did we?
Yeah,
Are we
that's
just
fine.
gonna go through GM Coffee because
So your
that's
thing
Because
is
I think it was with me making the like I wasn't sure if I was gonna put like that it was me, but then I was like, oh, we kind of have to. So it's the Genesis is the collection name. But yes,
What's
no,
the
so you can do that and then
SMART
just do
thing?
Genesis. So that's like the I guess the grouping
CG,
name.
are you there? So is that part of the name?
Yep, I'm here.
Did we?
Yeah,
Are we
that's
just
fine.
gonna go through GM Coffee because
So your
that's
thing
Because
is
I think it was with me making the like I wasn't sure if I was gonna put like that it was me, but then I was like, oh, we kind of have to. So it's the Genesis is the collection name. But yes,
What's
no,
the
so you can do that and then just do
SMART?
Genesis. So that's like the I guess the grouping
CG,
name.
are you there? So is that part of the name?
Yep, I'm here. Yeah, that's fine.
go through GM Coffee because
So your thing
Because
is
I think it was with me making the like I was. Yeah, sorry. So the little each thing will fall under the smart. It's just Genesis is the I didn't know if you're asking like for what, but Genesis was this collection. It's gonna be like these 7 ones.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna basically make this a menu, and then just as a test, I'm gonna send it to you, WDM. And what's the name of this whole place called? The Bcard Community Art Shop, or Bcard Art Shop? Is that right?
Bcard Art Shop.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yep. Bcard Art Shop.
And so we agree that maybe the easiest is just to basically have payment go directly to the person, right? And then they would send it to you.
Yep, I think so. Unless they want to do like a private OS listing, you know what I mean? You can always do that if they don't want to do direct transfer.
I think we want to explore that, like, and that behavior, but I also feel like the artists can have it like on OpenSea if they want. What do you think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine. 1 second.
Like, I would love to highlight metaverse transactions if they happen. Like, if we know each other, the community like wants to buy something, like, then I think that's very doable. Yeah. Hopefully, though, people come in that don't, hopefully people come in and just want to, and then we'll have the option if they just want to buy it, like, straight up, just right there.
Yep.
I made a separate collection on OpenSea, titled it Bcard Art Shop 5459.
Okay, I'm like pretty much done. Just give me a little bit more time and cut this. Okay, WDM. I just transferred it to you. It's processing.
Great. I'll look out for it. And for a spot,
just check it out though.
I'll check it out. Yeah, I'll check it out first before we do anything.
You'll be able to tell pretty quickly that I designed it.
I'm in the process of building out one of those free galleries. Just giving everybody an update, status update in 773, building a free gallery. So that's pretty cool. Thanks.
Awesome. Yeah. Make sure to share your on Cyberlink in one of the Bcard onboarding groups when you're done.
For sure.
And welcome to the rabbit hole.
I like that 8. That's good. A little color coded. Let's see. Owned. Polygon. What did you name that 8? Is that Bcard? Is that menu? Would you?
I said Bcard Art Shop menu, August 21, 2022.
Got it. Mm-hmm. Looks like I could put it like right at the entrance.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty clear whose art is what price and everything.
Yep. This is great.
probably make that larger. That's like unreadable. And I would lower it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it's like any time you do something that's like, you know, it just makes sense to have a consistent vibe between like anything Bcard related should be like very consistent.
Yep. Do you want to look at the that sizing?
Yep.
Okay, great. Just so people can get, it's like if this is a nice big board, people can read it really nicely. It's a nice menu.
I would lower it like more like, well, I'd probably lower it like 1.5 feet.
Okay. Okay.
Looks good.
Good. And again, if you want to make any like little changes, I know you got the eye for it. So just click away.
Yep. I don't know. It just seems like it's important, I think, to not break. Like pressing E is cool, but I think it's really important to not break the metaverse experience, because every time you like go click out, like you're like breaking reality. Like, you know, you're in game, you know, you're in metaverse reality. So it's nice if like the prices are like all able to be seen, I think, within a menu.
Yeah, no, that's definitely pretty cool.
Yeah, did everyone see that? Is everyone in? Refresh.
I just refreshed now. Oh yeah, and that's a perfect spot too.
Sweet. Seeing your name on the board's pretty cool.
Nice. It looks great.
That's so cool. And then it up so quick.
I'm fast. Yeah. And I put the line up there, so it's like the same style, you know, a Bcard. Like the separator.
Noticed.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty nice touch.
Yeah, I caught that. I started looking for that stuff right away with you now.
It does show you the power of those numbers, because I guarantee your paid is just way higher when it's that easy to pay you.
Great flyer. 8. I really like the white line around. Yeah, it really gives that. I can definitely tell that you made it, so it's on point.
Thanks, man.
Also, yeah, maybe I'm thinking like a bit too far ahead, but we are like thinking there should be like all metaverse experience. We could think of ways not to involve OpenSea or other platforms, if that's possible. We were thinking like we could send it all to one wallet for maybe, or something like that. Maybe it's possible to like, especially if it's like one pricing point, build like a really simple smart contract where you like deposit piece, and if you like send this particular amount and maybe leave some message, then you just get piece like for exchange for that 0.1 ETH, like automatically. Basically,
Yeah.
like a simple marketplace contract, but like really simple and for small scale.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. Well, would anyone be upset if I bought one of the pieces and put it in the community gallery?
No.
Of course not.
No, isn't that?
We would
I was
love
gonna
to.
say that's kind of like the whole point of it, right? That's awesome.
Okay.
This is cool. I really like the little menu or whatever we're calling it. I think it's